not make a...
They didn't make one yet.
Up.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Theater Geeks, Freaks, and a Hearty Winter Stew with Chopped Up Leeks. Also known as Theater Geeks, Dweebs, and Weirdos. I suppose you might know us by that other name. Welcome to Adventures in Middle-earth. We are... we're gonna... Scott's still in shock. Let me...
I'm fucking confused.
I've got a bunch of them. A new one every week. Or every time I'm DMing, at least.
At least every 2 weeks.
At least every 2 weeks.
At least every 2 weeks, yeah.
Not the next 2 weeks.
Is next week the one that we're dead?
No.
Oh,
It's in 2 weeks that you're gone and he's gone.
Yeah.
And
So I'll be here still. Just
He's
saying.
gonna watch Stark for
Just
a day.
chatting.
Yeah.
We're just gonna.
I do have a dog sitting side hustle.
Hey,
Just so you know.
I used to.
It's a good side hustle.
It's
But
good.
anyway, let's get to the game.
Wait, we haven't
So
gaming.
yeah.
Gaming, yeah.
So
That's the
we
ADHD
are
is
playing Adventures in Middle-earth, and you'll notice we are one party member short today, because he is in Las Vegas. He is in Las Vegas, and we are not. So he's the one missing out.
Got that right.
teaching people how to safely gamble.
There you go.
I don't know.
There you go. Yep.
He's praying over them as they gamble.
That's it.
There's a beard oil convention, and he wanted to go.
And I never touch the stuff.
That tracks.
So, yeah, we are. The group is currently. Well, let's start with a quick recap of what happened last time.
Yeah, I've slept since then.
Previously on Adventures in Middle-earth, the group had we'll call it an enlightening experience, looking into the Mirror of Galadriel, and each seeing something or a few things that took each of them aback. Some ended up being good, some ended up being ominous, we'll say. But so that's when 2 sessions ago ended. So last session opened with, you just saw these harrowing things, go. And the group drank and talked through some stuff and really seemed to all kind of come to terms with, all right, we've seen what we've seen. The stuff we can help change, we can. The stuff we can't help change, we can hopefully live with. The group bonded a little bit over that, and that was nice. The next day, they talked to Elrond, and they asked about a couple of different things. The Fredwick asked about the plague that is just starting in Mirkwood, and some of the strange properties about it. And to probably their surprise, even Elrond was like, yeah, this is weird. I haven't really heard of anything like this before. And so he decided to look into it a little bit. And they found out that the refugees that they were looking for are called the Rugged Nomads. They're basically Romana who travel around the old kingdom of Arnor with nowhere to really call home. They travel around in covered wagons and find work where they can. And so they were told that the rugged nomads around this time of year could often be found in and around the city of Bree. And so they decided to head that way. Remind me, some other stuff. Fredwick also looked in Elrond's extensive library for anything having to do with visions. And he didn't find anything specifically about that, but he did find something about Irmo, who is considered a sort of god of dreams. And so he did discover that. Our friend Volley is now the four-bladed.
Super proud of the new one.
Yeah, he got a dagger that he can call back to his hand at a little bit of personal cost. And so
It's pretty cool. I like the idea of it.
It's great.
It is pretty neat. If I do say so myself.
Yeah, it's really
And
it just has a personality.
You were talking. I shouldn't say you. Darathon was talking to Elrond about the young man named Estelle who recently lost his father and came to live in Rivendell. What Darathon saw in the Mirror of Galadriel led him to believe that maybe being a little more hands off with this kid is gonna be the better in the long run. Everybody wants to see this young man succeed, but maybe the best way to do that is to not intervene as much. And so, a lot of internal struggling there.
Not a good role model.
And so, then the party was about to head out from Rivendell. As they were leaving, a young man ran up to them and said, "Hey, I have a delivery." Picture the mail carrier from Legend of Zelda came running up and gave Hopsyn an apron that the group had commissioned for him that says "Eat these cakes" embroidered on the front, which is
So
just great. Just great.
Fucking perfect.
So good that he fucking left.
Yep, pretty much.
He loved it so much. He's like, "All right, I got the apron. I'm done with the campaign now. See ya."
Needs to bake now.
Yep.
If they gave me free shit every time I leave, I might as well go to Vegas.
So, he then the group headed out. They had a pretty long journey. It took a couple days. And on that journey, they met 3 strange-looking travelers who their best guess is that they are half troll, half human. Not the kind you meet on Reddit. Different half trolls. And yeah, they were able to talk their way past them, and nothing really happened there. Darathon, being a Dunedain who came from Breeland, was able to help kind of lead them along secret paths, cutting their travel time almost in half. And last week's session ended with that they went past the old Arnor fortress of Weathertop. They stepped on top of a hill and were overlooking the Midgewater Marsh, and behind it, the city of Bree. And that's where we ended last session. So it is evening time, and the sun's going down.
Sun's getting really low.
What would you all like to do?
Might not be a bad idea if we were looking at shoring up for the night to get some food. So I'll see if I can go out and rustle up some protein.
All right.
Well, there's always an inn, since we're right outside of Bree, right?
So Bree is still several miles away.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Midgewater Marsh is it's a big marshland. Let me describe it a little bit. The Midgewater Marsh, you would know, you two would guess, is probably 4 miles wide, 4 miles long from where you are, and like 5 wide. It is a big marshland. If you look to the south, you see that you could travel along the outskirts of it, and there is a road that would take you into Bree. To the north, you could walk around the marsh, and you would end up in the Chetwood Forest. But you could take that, you could follow the rim of the marsh around to Bree, or you can travel through the marsh. You would know that traveling through the marsh at nighttime is basically suicide. There's a lot of sinkholes and all sorts of stuff. There are a few safe paths through the marshes, but none of them are easily traveled at night. It's better to have the sun up. And with the rough terrain it would take to get to the road and around and get up the road to Bree, and then like going north through the Chetwood Forest, you're probably still looking at least half a day going around, and at least a couple hours if you're traveling through the marsh to travel safely.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do I know that traveling through the marsh is normally relatively safe?
The Dunedain have paths to get through.
Okay.
Yeah. And there is also an old rundown fort in the middle of it. that you also would know about, and you guys can see it's very old, very rundown. There are still some stones around the perimeter to show where a wall was. There was a tall tower that's probably only about halfway still up. Time has not been kind to this. Also, who builds a fort in the middle of a giant marsh?
Those old Arnorians.
If you guys would like to do a history check, I can tell you a little bit about the fort. Or if not, that's fine.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Group history check?
Yes, but you roll at advantage, knowing the history of Arnor in this area.
That's a dirty.
Advantage dice, thanks to Tara. That would be a 24.
Okay.
5.
All right. So between the three of you or four of you, actually, let me roll for Hopsyn as well.
Oh, and real quick, while he's rolling for Hopsyn, go Tara. She's currently in Pennsylvania with the Battle of the All-Stars roller derby. They're currently in one of their consolidation matches, going against Maryland in the Battle of the Corn Chowder, is what the girls are calling it. Go Tara. We'll miss you. We'll see you next week. Can't wait to hear about it.
Yep. So far, the Indiana team is clobbering.
Yeah. They lost their very first match to Alberta, but they murdered New Jersey. And hope they do the same to Maryland. So,
yep.
And I've got them on my phone, so I'm gonna kind of like.
Yep.
If you see me looking over this way, I'm checking scores.
So Hopsyn definitely brought the average down, but of course this is outside the game. Moat Kalen is kind of also in a marsh because it's very defensible, and it's a place this fort in millennia past. It was kind of a haven for the people of Bree. If there was any conflict, this fort could house all of them, and it was very and it was very hard for enemies to get to. You had to just travel up the one bridge to get there. So it had a very good purpose a long time ago, but the lack of upkeep and all that it's basically a ruin.
Pretty dilapidated.
Yes.
Would that be a safe place to stay the night tonight, or is that too far away?
Roll a wisdom check. Just a wisdom check.
Do I have advantage on this one?
I don't know. Because this is your known territory. That's the only reason I'm asking. I don't know if it's all wisdom checks and everything. Let me look in this amazing book that was made for us with the info that we need.
I'm looking in my amazing book that was made for us.
Heck yeah.
I do have advantage on wisdom saving throws. I have advantage on stealth checks. But I don't see anything about when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to a land you know, your proficiency bonus is doubled if you're using a skill you're proficient in. That would have been a 29 then.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Second ago.
Yeah. Not at advantage, but go ahead and double your proficiency for this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of sexy.
I like it.
I know, right?
You only get that like expertise with just rogues. Like the fact that all of us can kind of have like that nice little thing. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
This kind of setting.
Special settings. Am I adding history or anything, or is it just straight?
Just straight wisdom.
Okay, so I got +6 on there.
Yep.
15. I only rolled a 9.
Honestly, in your mind, the biggest hindrance to getting there before the sun goes down is Fredwick with his little legs. You'd be cutting it real close to try to get there before the sun goes down.
Well, we can either go ahead and have a safe stay at Moat Kalen. It's not too far off if we try to tread carefully. It can be a little thick for small folk. So we'd have to make sure we double time. Or we can just try to find a safe place over here tonight to shore up.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind walls being around us, but
I don't mind if it's a bit too thick or a bit too deep to take you on my back if you're not too prideful about it.
no, not really. No.
All right. If you guys are willing, I'll see if I can remember the ways over there. I believe so. It might take a second though.
I think it would be smart. I mean, let's get us into a space on the way, but yeah, definitely safe.
Especially away from the marshlands. They're not going to stay out at night time.
I mean, it's not safe to be on the lake in the dark. I can't imagine it's any safer to be in the marsh.
I've also heard something a few times ago. I think it's probably still appropriate, but the river maidens are not acting as they normally do. The leader, especially, has been a bit strange, and it could be attributed to what's happening in Blacktarn. But hopefully we don't have to have that kind of issue now.
When you say acting strange, what do you mean?
Unfortunately, that's all they really mentioned, was that she's not acting her typical self. I'm wondering if it's because of the poisons that's befallen down by Blacktarn and the corruption. Apparently, fishing specifically has been tough over there as well, and it might be affecting the rivers. So, something to be wary of.
I mean, after we're done with Bree and everything, I think it might be smart, given where I'm from, that we could go down there to see if there's some way we could help them.
Yeah. It would not be a bad idea. Also, Radagast is friends with the maidens. Maybe he can talk to them or see what's happening as well. But either here or there, for now, we should try to make it to Kalen.
Agreed.
So,
Okay.
try to make our trek.
First, give me a history check to see if you remember the paths that were shown to you in the past.
Advantage or not?
Yes, go for it.
I have special D20 advantage dice given by Tara.
Who's currently
25.
Yeah, so ever since you've been back in Bree, you've felt more at home than you have in other places. The wilderness of Bree lands and Eriador in general, it just feels like home. And so, like, the paths you were taking to get here, they came back just like that. And as you're standing here, even though the sun is setting, the light's starting to get a little dim, you're still looking and you're like, okay, yeah. You notice little landmarks that have been put there that other people would miss.
Gotcha.
But the Dunedain have their paths set.
Press up on the D-pad and get the nice glowing orbs telling you where to go.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you know the path that will be safest.
Awesome. So I'd try to go and make sure that we head up swiftly that way.
Okay.
Time it well enough that we get there before dusk if possible.
All right, yeah. Hopsyn's with you as well. He's going along with the group. So you head down to the edge of the marsh, and put Fredwick on your back, I'm guessing.
Yeah, if we get a little on the deeper side, since I'm the tallest one, I'll probably be the first to go in and double check and see how.
Yeah, you take a.
If you need to focus, I can ride on Hopson's shoulders. I'm sure he won't mind.
As long as it's not too deep, I think that should be fine too.
Well, I am the strongest in the world.
You did quite a good job getting me across the river.
All right.
You know what, Hopsyn? That's right. I think you should take it.
Hopsyn puts you up on his shoulders.
Yes.
And you all start your trek. You all start your trek across.
Yeah.
I need so as you start walking, even though you know the safe path, it is not by any means an easy path.
Okay.
Even the spots where you know that there is a sure foothold underneath, you're still stepping into several inches of ushy gushy mud. Yeah. And it's, with each step, putting your foot in takes a little extra effort to pull your foot out. You make it about 100 yards into the marsh, and I need everybody except Fredwick to make athletics checks.
Can I do, while I'm on his back then, a perception for anything?
Please do.
Area?
Please do.
I'd also like to be stealthy while all this craziness is going on, because I need to be hidden.
What'd you roll?
Natural 20.
Yeah.
For a total of 30.
Yep. I'll tell you what you see in a second.
Also, just the peril rating while here is reduced by 2.
Yes.
I don't know if that does anything.
Yep. Gotcha.
26 on a stealth, 14 on my athletics.
Do I have advantage on this or no?
Yes. No, not this athletics check. No.
Okay. Then that would be a 21.
Okay. Well, what'd you get on your athletics?
14.
Okay, so you're sneaky, but
Yeah.
not. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
weak.
This is even. I mean, along the shore of the lake, you get parts where it's real muddy and stuff, but this is worse than.
This is some other level.
Yeah. So for perception, as you're on Hopsyn's shoulders, you see a dragon. No, you. No, you're looking
There
around.
hasn't been a dragon in these parts
For 1,000 years. No, you. The main thing you perceive is the very thick, boggy smell. It's bad. It's not quite sewer level, but it's getting there. This water has been just sitting here for who knows how long. There are you see swarms of flies buzzing around here and there. You see some bugs that are like dragonflies, but they're like the size of like a falcon. Like they're off in the distance, and at first you think, oh, there's dragonflies nearby, and you're like, wait, oh no, yeah.
That's a 1980s air conditioner.
Yeah. Well, and they're off in the distance. You notice a lot of them are off to the northern area, of the swamp. But yeah, the main thing you're perceiving is the smell, and it's bad. There are bugs here and there. It's with the sunset and the brown muddy water. And the town of Bree off in the distance, it's kind of nice. It's kind of a peaceful look of things, but man, the smell! Oh my gosh, unbelievable.
Being a healer, I'm used to these things, but nasty smells, that is. But everyone, just make sure you avoid these giant bugs and check your toes.
It's funny that you said check your toes.
After we're out.
Because
Enduring.
We have boots on.
at that moment, Hopsyn takes a step and just keeps going and going, and soon he's like almost all the way under the water, and you have fallen sideways into the water as well.
Oh shit.
Is there a way to like reflex try to help him up?
You are at the head of the group,
Got it.
so you can definitely turn around and go back and try to help him.
I'll try to grab him to make sure he doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, you can do a dexterity check to try to reach out and keep his head above the water at least. Yeah, he's dexteritying to try to catch you.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. So, you kind of see them falling over, and you're able to like take some careful steps up the way, just grab him and pull him, and kind of have your arms under his armpits so that his head's above the water. And Hopsyn, you see him, you see like his one arm kind of flailing around a little bit, and it's hard to tell. You can imagine that like one foot is on the solid stuff and the other foot is just down in a sinkhole, but his head pops up after a minute, and he's like kind of stuck sideways and trying to get out of the mud.
Yeah, I'll try to see if I can get as sure a footing as I can and try to grab him onto his arm.
Yeah, give me a strength check to help pull him back up.
The man clasp. Is it just a check or a save?
He did a save. You do a check.
I'm gonna use my inspiration
Okay.
because I rolled a nat 1 on that one.
You push him further down, hold him under the water.
Glad I got the inspiration last time.
Yeah.
Only one will survive.
That's only a 13.
Yeah, so you get a sturdy footing and you grab him and start to pull, but as you pull, the mud under your feet starts to slip, and you're kind of getting the feeling if you pull too hard, your feet might just come out from under you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll shore up the stance and loosen up a little bit, and I know that he might drop a little bit more there.
What are you guys doing as he's helping?
Since I know I'm on sure footing, I'm pulling him closer to me.
Okay.
Just because keep it, not trying to move, just keeping us on a safe spot.
If you're doing it like while keeping your feet, it takes a minute or two, but you get to a point where you feel the squishy mud under your feet, but underneath that there's some solid foundation.
I'll still hang on.
Yeah, I've got a hold.
The water's up to your shoulders here.
I'm from Buckland, so I'm no stranger to water.
Right.
Can't swim well.
But yeah, it's about up to your shoulders here. All right, another strength save for Hopsyn.
What do you need? How can I help?
I'm gonna try to go ahead and do something probably kind of dumb.
Okay.
But I'm hoping this is more of an athletics thing. If you see me flailing, grab my arm.
Okay.
I'm going to go underwater.
Okay. I know you are.
And grab his waist and try to bring him back up this way. So actually kind of kicking to bring him back up and get closer into the muck.
Okay, so based on his strength save, together with that, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to be paying attention to see if anything's taken this opportunity for us to be struggling.
Perception.
24.
Yeah, so you go under, you kick your feet a little bit to try to get some momentum going up, and while it doesn't pull him up, that movement gets his leg unstuck from the mud, and so now he's like both feet are down in the water, and he's able to start kicking as well. Yeah.
16.
I mean, no.
Okay.
So some of the swarms of flies, they're still a good ways off, but they're maybe getting a little closer.
Okay.
That's about it. Yeah, you don't see any other creatures in the area besides bugs.
I'm looking at water levels. I'm thinking of stuff that would be coming at us.
You don't see any gators coming.
That's basically, that's what I'm like. I'm looking at
That's a gator.
All of a sudden, Bree is Miami.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, no, you don't see any movement in the water
I
besides
know
that.
nothing of the flora and fauna of Lord of the Rings campaigns. I'm just letting you all know that. We discussed this before. I'm looking for gators, okay?
Suddenly
Oh, yes.
tentacles come out of the
Yeah,
water.
exactly.
I wouldn't be upset.
The watcher in the water.
Crazy.
The Breland eels, that's
Yes.
right.
Those are the Breland
Stop being
eels.
naturally paranoid.
All right.
You hear that sound, Your Highness? Those are the Breland eels.
Well, I'll scramble my way over to Hopsyn and Darathon.
Give me a disadvantage athletics check to because the mud's really what's holding you back.
Shit, I shouldn't have done anything. That's a dirty one.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
So you're starting to panic a little bit. And so you start trying to head over to them. So your swimming instincts kick in a little bit, I should say. You start flailing your arms to swim, and you're trying to walk at the same time, but your feet are just kind of stuck. So you're not able to really get much progress toward them. You're just kind of tiring yourself out trying to get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
After I got him loosened up, I'd pop up.
All right, another strength save for Hopsyn and another strength check for you.
Okay.
Wow, this die is only rolling one number today.
And it's a not good one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a nat 20. Yep, that is.
Okay, so
Nice.
Hopson's no Olympic swimmer. And so as you're kicking your feet and trying to pull him up, he's flailing his arms and kicking his feet, hoping that will help you guys make some progress. But he just ends up kind of elbowing you a couple times as he's trying to go.
I'm just going to throw him on my shoulder.
But yeah, you are both able to get back up to the sure footing. It just takes a little longer. To be fair, Hopson's also kind of panicking a little bit with having been underwater for so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys after about 10 minutes, you all are back on sure footing. 2 of you are just soaked all the way through.
Yeah.
But you're all back on sure footing. At this point, the sun is getting a little lower, and it seems less likely you'll be able to make it to the fort before the sun goes down, and you lose your vision of the area.
I'm just going to look over and say, Hopsyn, not to ruin your pride, but since I know the area a little bit better, maybe it's more prudent if I take him on my back for now. And just go ahead and have him on my back in case, so that I know I can get a little bit better sure footing and he doesn't slip with the extra weight on his back.
Sounds alright by me.
Would you just say to light torches? I know it'll probably attract some stuff to us, but for danger's sake, to not fall in.
Also, it wouldn't be a bad idea if you had a torch, because we could detract a lot of the flies and whatnot that you were worried about before. So, not a bad idea. Yeah.
Your torches and Hopson's are unusable right now. If you let them sit out and dry out a little bit
We'll have to do that
in the
overnight or
sun,
something.
yeah, or hang them upside down by night and let them drip dry. But as of right now, your guys' torches are unusable.
Guessing mine is too, since I was underwater.
Yes. Volley, do you have torches?
It would be under your adventure kit, or I forget what it's called now, because I split mine up.
So what it says I have... Oh, boy. I don't have it. It says fur-lined cloak, clothes for the season, bedroll, backpack, boots, marked guards, dragon bone, leather jerkin, short sword weapon. I do not have torches.
All right, no torches.
This character, I did not have torches with my thing.
I know in 5e,
It automatically sets you up with that, yes.
well, it sets rogues up with the burglar's pack that has a hooded lantern. but I didn't know if they.
Yeah, let me.
I've never played it.
Let me just double check to make sure if
Right.
I missed something.
I've never played a treasure hunter in Adventures in Middle Earth, so.
Yeah, because I'm prosperous with the men of the lake, I start with those things I just said.
Okay.
I do not have torches. If there was something else I was supposed to get at the start, I did not write it down.
You have equipment in your race, but you also have it in your cultures as well, or not culture, your class.
Yeah, I don't think he has them.
No, I don't have them.
Yeah.
All my stuff is fishing gear.
Bedroll,
Gotcha.
it's gear for your season or
Yep.
like
Mhm.
season.
I'm
so.
set up for like doing fishing stuff, and yeah, I do not have torches because I didn't take hunter. I took agent. So
Yeah. So you guys take a couple minutes and try to light your torches, but realize that they're all
No dice.
they're not lighting.
okay. So what do we do? Do we continue?
It would be just as dangerous to go more halfway. You would say?
Not quite.
I'm gonna.
It's like I said it was like 3 miles across, so it's like a mile and a half to get there. I said this all happened when you guys were about 100 yards out.
Oh shit. Okay.
So we're not even that far out.
Can't stop now, so might as well double time it.
Okay.
All right.
In the middle of the march.
All right.
Can I
Follow
instead use
my movements.
my perception to help guide as much as I can to where the points are,
So, you
like pointing out the spots that he sees to the to like Hopsyn behind me.
are you guys communicating as you're going to try to do this?
I would imagine if you see something ahead of me that's a problem. you
So
can
no,
always say-
so like you have the checkpoints you're going toward, and he's on your shoulders. So what he's asking is if he can like help you communicate to the other guys where the checkpoints are and where you're going,
Oh yeah,
like working together. Okay.
I'll let him know. Like when I see a checkpoint, I'm like going this way.
So yes, you can do that. You two and Hopsyn need to make athletic checks at disadvantage since you're double timing.
Okay.
Since you're
That would just make it a
rushing.
flat check for me then.
Yes.
And then what is the skill check?
Athletics. This
gotcha.
is how well you're.
21.
Yeah.
All of us are at disadvantage, or just
Yes. Because you're double timing through a thick bog.
oh, that wasn't that 20. That's a 5.
So
I have a -1.
what did you
I'm acrobatics.
what did you have for
21.
your check? Okay, so you're forging ahead. Behind you, Volley is trying to maintain a bit of stealth, trying to keep his eyes out for danger, and trying to double time. So he's falling behind. Hopsyn is waterlogged. He has some of this muddy water and stuff was in his eyes. His eyes are watering really bad. He keeps rubbing them, and he's doing his best to keep up, but they're both falling behind you guys a little bit.
Having a hard time.
You make it another 50 yards before noticing this. So you're about 150 yards out.
And it's getting dark.
Yeah. Yeah. At this pace, you're not going to get there in time. If they can speed up a little bit, you have a chance.
I don't think it's worth it.
Is there any markings for like a safe point to get out of the marshy area and like camp under a tree or something for the night, just
There's
closer to us,
back on the shore.
like closer closer to us without going backwards, I guess?
No. There are tufts of grass and reeds that are growing that are growing out of the swamp, but you would know that half the time those are not very secure and definitely not good to stand on. They'll just sink under and all that.
Well, you all seem to be quite tired. We can turn around and make camp back where we were and try this in the morning. We're just going to end up getting to Bree later than before.
I think we can do it, says Hopsyn.
Hopsyn, you're absolutely drenched.
If I can't get over being a little soggy, how can I call myself the strongest in the world?
Yes, but if you continue to try to traverse, and I'm struggling as well. If you sit there and you keep trying to struggle, how also can you say one of the smartest?
Well, what if we tie ropes between us like we did before? That way we can try to help keep up a good pace.
But, Hobson, at this point in time, if we try to tie ropes around ourselves and you fall in again, you're going to drag me with you.
I won't fall in again. I learned my lesson. If the group wants to go back, I get it, but don't turn back on my account.
At the very least, it's already going to be dark, so let's just go slow. Do you know of anything in this fog that would catch fire? Any pitch?
No pitch. The reeds themselves, you could pull them out and set them on fire. They'll burn up pretty quick, though. It won't be a sustained.
We can use a handful of the reeds to dry out at least one torch.
Light the whole thing on fire. I'm kidding.
That might be methane. That might be bad.
You can try to
see everything real quick.
Dry a torch like that, but it's not quite effective to quickly dry wood like that.
History check.
Burn too fast.
History check.
16.
Wait a second. You get a thought. It's kind of a crazy one, but it just might work. The path that you're on is kind of zigzagging, and that's really what's gonna make it so you don't get to the fort on time, is the wandering path. However, you remember something one of your fellow Dunedain told you one time, that it's possible to step from one path to another and cut your travel time down. Because there are actually several paths that go through the marsh. You just happen to be on the one that you know the best. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the one you went to initially. If everyone can make it happen, you could get through here quicker. That is an option. Just stepping from one path to another. None of the steps would be bigger than anything the three of you could handle.
I need you all to be very careful as we go through this, because this is not a path that I'm used to, but it's a shortcut. Follow behind me. Make sure that you don't miss a step. If you want to start tying loops together in a rope up there to put around us, you're more than willing. But we can't stop to do that now. So if that's what you want to do while we're making our way across, then give it a shot.
No, I know what I'm going to do.
Okay. Hopsyn is going to walk up to Volley and say, "May I use a dry part of your cloak real quick?"
Sure.
He's gonna grab like the hood of your shirt, just wipe his eyes out real good, wipe his face off a little bit. All right, I'm ready. All right, I'm ready.
Nice and snotty.
All right. Here's a handful of my arrows. They're smaller than normal, and you can get more of them later. But if we stab an arrow into the spot, then everyone will see the exact spot to stand. I have 20 of them.
Are they going to be long enough to be able to do that?
Not for all the points. The thing about the thing about the marsh, and especially going from one path to another, is they're at different elevations under the water. So, give me another history check just to see if you remember.
That's 30.
Oh, yeah. So you're like,
plus 10.
you're like, well, there are a couple spots where we'll step where the arrows will be able to stick out. Probably only about half of the steps that you take, but it's better than nothing.
Just trying to get rid of that disadvantage.
Yeah.
If when I see the spot that would be long enough for it to go ahead and make a mark, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And just grab one for him.
The disadvantage is coming from the mud itself.
Okay.
And the fact that you guys were going at double time were the two things. With this strategy, you won't have to roll at disadvantage.
Okay. Try to go ahead and make it a little bit better this time.
Yep. All right, so everybody go ahead and make athletics checks, not at disadvantage.
Glad I have a big old bonus. 18.
I think I saw. Yep.
Natural 20 for 19.
One already.
Dang.
Yes!
For a 19.
For a 19.
As the sun sets over the western horizon,
That's where we see the dragon.
you all have made it to this fort.
Oh, God.
When you get to it, you see that it was made entirely out of stone. So you don't have rotted wood floorboards to worry about.
Good.
Some of the swamp has gotten into the fort, though. So there are putrid puddles. There's fungus growing here and there. But you get into an area that seems to kind of have been the main hall. And it's pretty dry. It seems like it's pretty sound. Like, you guys go around, you test the floors and everything. Pretty sound. Might do you for tonight. So you can set up camp there, or you can explore it further, because you see a winding stone staircase. Off in the back left corner of the room, there's a winding stone staircase that goes up.
Is it night now though, or not so much?
Yeah, the sun is set.
Okay.
How many arrows do I lose?
10.
If it wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and call it a night now. If there's any like leftover torches and stuff that are up in the fort or whatnot, trying to use like whatever leftover firewood that's not wet to make a fire inside. Go ahead and do that, and try to put up as much of our like wet clothes and whatnot, draping it over to try to help dry them out.
Okay. So, yeah, you explore the tower. Take about an hour to explore the tower, see what's going on. Roll... Anybody who is exploring the tower, go ahead and roll an investigation check. Hopsyn isn't going to be exploring. He's going to be kind of shivering at this point. He's had a rough go of it. He's going to sit down.
It's either really high or really low for me.
Nothing in between.
No averages. 9.
2.
Not proficient in investigation. 12.
So, most of what you find in this tower is rotted. There's one room at the top of the tower where the door seems to have just been made of some hardier wood. And you push it open, and the glass windows are still intact. And so there's some furniture that isn't completely rotted. It seems the stuff in here seems to have been preserved a little more. There's like moth-eaten blankets and stuff. But you are able to find enough wood, enough not rotted wood, to start a fire in the downstairs area.
Cool.
Just enough for that.
What's this fort called again?
Kalen.
Well, I called it Moat Cailin because of Game of Thrones, and that's the one on the southern area of the north where they guard it. There actually is a name for this fort. Let me
It's okay.
remind myself. But yeah, so you're able to bed down a little bit. Unfortunately, your bedrolls are all soaked through. Your clothes are all soaked through. So Hopsyn, he basically goes down to his skivvies and hangs the stuff up to drip dry. And then he settles in for bed.
Can I try to find something to make a fire?
You guys have a fire.
Oh, we have the fire.
Yeah.
We do have the fire. Sorry,
Furniture.
I was posting. You know, for the Derby girls.
That's fair.
So in that room upstairs, you see that there is a book that
That's what I was gonna do in the morning.
is not super well preserved, but you see that it is a it's sort of a, man, what's the word? Like a supply report,
Ledger.
a ledger. Thank you. It's a ledger for the Marshwater Fort.
Marshwater.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I'd like to take a look at that, if possible. Instead of burning that.
I'd much rather go ahead and just burn the wood, so go right ahead and...
Just checking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fine.
So, yeah, are you guys just camping down for the evening and
I think...
settling in? Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like a pretty secure place to be because there was a stone. The main door that you came in was a stone door that you were able to close behind you, and Hopsyn actually, as you walked through, he took his sword and put it through the handles to kind of lock it closed.
Smart boy.
Yep.
That's badass.
He's like, I heard about this one time, and I thought it was pretty cool.
That is really cool.
It's a smart idea. Good job.
But yeah, Hopsyn is clocked out for the evening. He's had a big day.
No points.
Looking through, there's nothing of.
It's degraded to the point
Well,
where it's unreadable. Or
and
it's
that the stuff that hasn't been is just about supplies and, you know, what was used and what has been brought in, and it's just numbers.
No, it's very interesting still.
Oh, okay.
See what they had
Okay.
back then.
Yeah, it's just numbers.
I never expected them to have this much stuff.
Blankets in and out, weapons in and out, food in and out, like all that sort of stuff.
So we'll go ahead and just take our night.
Yeah.
All right.
Let everything dry out over the fire as much as it can until the fire dies, you know.
Yeah.
I'd actually be willing, like, make sure everything's dry. Like, I'll stay awake. Because...
You get tired now. I'll go ahead and take over too. I can kind of look out, make sure nothing's coming our way either.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't even walk. I can do a watch. I mean, like, we can take a shift.
There.
So nobody gets any...
Right.
Everybody gets their sleep.
Hopsyn's laying there, but he says, I'll do my fair share. I'll take the last watch.
And get some sleep now, though. You had a rough go.
Yes. You sleep.
And he does. All right, so the night passes. Each of you taking your watches in turn, and when the morning comes, you see light filtering in through the east-facing windows, and yeah, everything's still there but Hopsyn.
Wait, excuse me?
Everything is still there but Hopsyn.
So Hopsyn's gone.
Hopsyn is
Yes.
gone.
Ha!
What the fuck?
First thing you notice when you wake
Okay.
up, Hopsyn
Yeah,
is
he's
gone.
kind of hard to miss.
He is hard to miss.
He is very loud. And just a fantastic guy. But you know. Loud.
Like, all this stuff's gone.
Nope. His sword is still in the door. His shield is still sitting by where he was sleeping.
So how the fuck did he get out of this room? So I'm gonna start.
Hopsyn!
I'm gonna start looking.
I'm just yell.
Hopsyn!
All right.
I'm.
Investigation.
I'm
Look for
searching.
clues.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to investigate.
New title for the episode: The Search for Hopsyn.
Hopson's Lost Days.
17.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
10.
Okay. The thing is that in here, it's a stone floor, and with all the moving you guys did last night, walking around the room and stuff, the dust has been upset enough that it's hard to tell what footprints are yours. Hopsyn was barefoot last night. He took his boots off to dry out, and so. But yeah, you all have been moving around the room enough that it's hard to distinguish exactly what footsteps belong to you guys and which ones didn't. One thing you do notice is that as you're investigating and looking around, everything that is his is still here.
Even his boots?
Even his boots.
He's bloody naked.
Well, he's got
I wouldn't put
But
it
I
past
mean-
him.
he's got his undies.
But
I mean,
Last time
yes.
you saw him, he had his undies.
He's in his
How do
skivvies at
we
least.
rest
But
every
still.
night? How do we rest every night?
However you want, man.
Everything got dry, so most of the stuff is not on us until we wake up in the morning.
How did we not? He took the last watch.
Yeah.
That's awfully fucking convenient.
I want to go up to the
Isn't
top
it,
tower
though?
part too, specifically.
Yeah,
Where
go
we
for it.
Found the furniture.
Yeah. You can roll another investigation check when you get up there to see if there's anything weird going on.
15.
Everything up here is how you left it.
Can I do a survival check to try to track and see if there's any like footprints or anything that he
Agreed.
left
Yeah.
behind?
Yeah, you can
I'm gonna assist you.
put your tracking skills into
Because
effect.
The
I'm
other thing I
also
wanted to do
skilled in
up there
survival.
was to get up to the tower and be able to look out.
Yeah, so there is a ladder in the top of the tower that goes up to probably the top. When you get up, the trap door to open the top of the tower is locked.
Hopsyn! Is that you?
Yeah? No, I'm just kidding.
Son of a bitch.
That's a 30.
He farted right here.
It's tough. The one the one
Smell his odor.
his honey laced farts.
Honey and musk.
So the one saving grace is that most of you ended up barefoot when you got in here last night because all of your boots needed to dry out.
Yeah.
Volley, a lot of your clothes need to dry out too, but definitely everybody's boots.
Yeah.
You do see a couple of boot prints that do look distinctly different, and you recognize them as different because you and Hopsyn have very large feet.
Uh-huh.
Volley, his boots are made in such a way that they're kind of padded, and he can move around more stealthily. You see,
Don't wear shoes.
and yeah, Fredwick just never
What's
has
a
shoes.
shoe?
He's got
Um,
small hairy flippers. That's
You
compared to us.
you do see some boot prints that seem like they might be more like mail clad boots or something. And you see two distinct sets of those prints. You also are pretty sure that one of the sets of footprints that you see would belong to a woman. They're smaller, more slender, and have more of a shoe quality to them than a boot quality.
How the hell did they get in here unless they were already here to begin with? That's probably the thing. They were probably already here to begin with.
Also, how did they leave?
There's a trap door up here! He might be passed out on top of it, I don't know.
you hear that coming down the staircase and echoing in the main room.
I'll go look and see if we can open up the trap door.
Yeah.
Just follow.
I
So-
didn't know any of that stuff you just found.
Yeah. So you guys noticed the ladder right away last night when you got here, but it seemed to just go straight up to the roof, like not necessarily of note, especially when you're looking for firewood. And the ladder is also made of stone, like kind of built into the wall. So yeah, you get up there and you see exactly what he described. You notice the ladder again, and you see a trap door with a padlock on it up at the top of the ladder.
It's not quite my expertise.
Let me try.
Yep.
I will pull out my thieves' tools.
Go for it.
With thieves' tools, 21.
Yeah. It's an old lock, but a simple one. And you're able to pop that bad boy open. And as soon as you do, you push the trap door up, and there's a little bit of it's heavier than it should be. And so as you're pushing and pushing, you see that there's like broken pieces of rubble from the top of the tower on top of it. So yeah,
I'll kind of shift and like, this is your department. I'm not very good at pushing.
I don't think if there's rubble up there that he's going to be there, but we can still look and maybe get the lay of the land.
I think that would be smart.
Yeah, that was why I came up first place.
I'll give it a shot. Yeah.
Yeah, you taking 5 minutes, you're able to push it up and kind of reach around and shift some of the rubble off and push a little more, and it takes about 5 minutes, but you're able to clear it off and climb up on top, and you are on top of the tower. The wall of the tower around the edge has crumbled and fallen away a little bit, but it seems like it's the platform is still pretty sound, and you're able to step up on it and look around.
Kind of like a crow's nest.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's an eagle, and something shows up in front of you that says synchronize.
Yes. A bale of hay strategically placed.
But yeah, no.
I'm gonna go up there too.
Yeah. So looking around, you see a lot of what you saw the night before, but just more of it. To the east, where you came from, you see the weathered hills. And off in the distance, you think you might be able to even see Weathertop. Might just be a cloud or like a trick of the light or something, but it's probably over there. To the south, there's fields and forests. To the west, there is the town of Bree. And past it, you can almost see the shimmer of the Brandywine River, which you're very familiar with. And then to the north, you see, based on smoke coming from chimneys, you see that north of Bree, there appear to be a couple smaller towns, but most of the northern area is taken up by the Chetwood Forest.
There's nothing like disturbance-wise that we can see. Doesn't look like there's any other people
Movement.
within eye shot around us, right?
Perception. Roll perception. Anybody who wants to. Go ahead and roll perception to see if you kind of pick up
Give me
any...
advantage.
That's a 25.
Ooh, maybe.
I get double proficiency here.
12.
Perception, 17.
No, nothing out of the ordinary. Any of you see nothing. So the area looks almost exactly the same as it did the night before.
Okay.
No other. You don't even see like smoke coming from encampments or anything. It's coming from the cities where people are waking up and cooking their breakfast. But there's no weird camps or anything around that you can tell.
So the tracks that I saw, were they leading to or from anywhere that would make sense? So like if there was a trap door or something, or did it look like they walked right in and right out the door? Or...
They weren't around the main door.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. You guys walked around and were looking around a lot last night, so a lot of the tracks are really really trampled over, you know. Okay. But it does seem clear that the only footprints near the main door were your footprints walking in last night.
And none leader. Maybe take one more look and see if there's any secret ways around the fort. Just to make sure. I mean, I know we found one trapdoor to get up here, but if there's a secondary way in or out of the moat, they normally go and make outs. You know, if a fort gets sieged.
While he's thinking, I'm going to scream Hopsyn from the top of the tower.
Falcor! Atreyu! Do, 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 do. Oh, what a movie. Okay, yes. You do that.
Hey, we didn't take any horses into the marsh, so we're okay.
That is true. We did. We
I'm gonna go home and
dude,
cry.
We
that
almost
is
lost to Hopsyn, though.
yeah, we did almost lose a horse.
That scene is so much worse in the book because Artex can talk in the book.
Oh gosh.
And he's like, "No, leave me behind. I want to die. It's too sad here."
Wow.
The whole time. And Atreyu is like, "No, come on, we can do it." He's like, "No,
No.
I want this."
Kill me, bro.
They did us. They did all of our childhoods a service by making Artex not able to talk in the movie.
So much.
Which would be really amazing, especially since it was a real horse.
Yeah. Yeah, so there is no response to your call out for Hopsyn.
I'll do another investigation around
Go for it.
the fort to see if there's any. It's only 11. So it's a 14.
Now that you know where you're looking and more of what you're looking for, you take another lap around the main room and you get the sense you're missing something, but you don't know what. Would anybody else like to investigate?
Absolutely.
I'll look and say
That's worse, but
there's something here.
Would anyone else like to invest? No.
Footsteps.
yeah, you at home. Would you like to
last
investigate? Roll your d20s.
Yes, everybody at home, roll a d20.
They're mail-clad and
There's
a shoe print?
there's a shoe print. It's lighter. Looks like maybe from a woman. And then there's two
You find everything.
heavier
course I do.
mail-clad boots.
In my bag.
Tracks.
Do they seem like Hopsyn's size?
No.
Show me them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's able to show you what he's seeing. What you got?
Just finally did better than I like for. 22.
Okay.
It's a lot better.
With him showing you where he sees the footprints and voicing, I feel like I'm missing something, but I can't tell what.
Yeah.
You're taking a lap. It also helps that the sun is rising more. There's more natural light coming in. Things are getting a little easier to see. There is
Flies are flying. The smell is wafting.
the birds are singing. You.
Oh, what a beautiful morning!
You head up. I
Now
didn't.
let me
That was
die.
a great face.
There is a fireplace.
Let me die.
There's a big stone fireplace with a metal grate in front of it. That not grate, but like tongs. That's not the word for it. Like metal spikes coming out of the ground in front of it to keep the firewood in.
Oh, that thing.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah. I know
Yeah,
what
you know what I'm saying now.
like
See,
a
this is
grate.
why I couldn't say it. I
Yeah.
didn't know.
the fire safer thing here.
But as you're looking at it, you notice that on the far left side of it, one of the tongs is further away than the rest of them.
Do the footprints lead up to this?
The
Or
footprints are
towards
everywhere.
it?
It's
Oh,
hard.
okay.
It's hard to tell because you guys walked around a lot last night,
Oh, yeah.
and there are other footprints. It's hard to tell if these new footprints ended up in that area.
Accurate.
I'll go over to the one tong that is
Mm-hmm.
off kilter and just try to like move it.
Yeah. You pull on it and find that it actually pretty easily slides over, and as it does, part of the floor on the far right side, part of the floor pops up with some sort of obviously there's some sort of mechanism involved, but it's like
Guys?
Hold on, I'm searching what the fuck we call that thing.
Where did you find it? What is that?
A tome of all knowingness.
Service here.
I have Verizon.
There's
Don't know
a
what it is.
secret passage. Or just a floorboard.
Well, the whole floor is stone.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. So some of the stone pops up, and you can see that the inside of it is rounded so that it's able to pop up and down.
Can we go and lift it?
Yeah, you go over and you pull up on it, and it slides right up. There seems to be some sort of mechanism involved, that like some sort of counterweight or something that makes it so you can just pull it straight up, and you see stairs.
I had no idea this was here. Not at all.
It's not in the ledger.
Does it look like any of those footprints might be down the steps?
Yes, there are definitely the 3 sets of footprints that are new to you were definitely on this staircase, and a set of large bare footprints.
They're going down though.
Yeah.
Yes, it's hard. I mean, these stairs. It's also of note. These stairs aren't nearly as dusty as the rest of the floor was.
There.
So the footprints are a little harder to see now.
There were
Fireplace screen.
The fireplace screen.
It's literally called a fireplace screen.
Is that what they called it in the medieval times?
I don't know if they call it what they call it in the medieval
when
times,
things
but
are so simple is when you forget what they are called.
because it's what
Yeah.
they put them in front of it to keep the embers from popping out.
Right.
We had one.
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
Anyway, I like tongs better. Let me see that tong.
But that's the thing that picks up the wood to put it into the fire.
Yeah.
Anyway. I can't sit by anybody.
That's
No,
fair.
you really can't.
No.
I don't know how
That's
you can
fair.
get at all.
So yeah, the it's open,
Now would be a good idea for the torches.
and sorry, there is a draft coming up out of it.
All right. Well,
I grab his shit.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Oh, good.
You pull his sword out of the door,
Yeah.
resheath it, and pick up his shield and
I'm putting
clothes
as
and
much
everything.
of it into his backpack as possible.
Yeah, it all fits in. It's all his stuff.
I'll double backpack it.
Okay.
I think this calls for it. I'm gonna pull out the Shadow Thorn
Okay.
and hand it to Valley again. This is the same residue that masks your scent and makes you a little more undetectable.
What does it give me total?
Very
It's
Advantage on stealth checks for 3 days.
Very good idea.
and I can't ever have disadvantage because of my armor, so I have advantage on all my self checks for 3 days.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic.
That's kind of fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I will be the first one to head down.
But just note, this is the last bit of this that I have.
We will go find more stuff. Trust me.
I have no idea where it's located.
we will hunt this down.
With
It's located around.
Middle Earth.
That sounds like shit that I did to my friends. They're like, "Hey, what? Do you know anything about this game?" I'm like, "Yes, it comes in a box. It says this on it."
with the extra stuff, does that mean my stealth checks would be a disadvantage or no?
Yeah, as long as you're holding your pack and his,
Yeah.
then yes.
Because I have advantage on all of my known areas, so it's just going to be a flat roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Just so I know.
All right. Are you guys stealthing down or just walking down?
Sure,
Do you want to go ahead?
I will go ahead.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, like it's like literally he
Then
goes,
stealth.
he like smears the shit on me, and I'm like, and I leave.
Yep. Roll stealth.
What rogue? That was an at 20. Woo! It's 29.
Yeah. So yeah.
Who's that? Where's that rogue?
Honestly, you're used to hunting down evil people with secret passages and whatnot, so this feels right up your alley.
Yeah.
And yeah, it also kind of reminds you of the dwarves of the Grey Delve in that tree. Like, you've got this. You already know. So yeah, you head down.
I'm like going down like this.
You head down the stairs. It's a very long staircase, but when you're about 3/4 of the way down, you see torchlight, stationary torchlight. So probably on wall sconces. But yeah, you see torchlight, and smoke starts coming up the passageway toward you.
I will do a couple looky-loos, just kind of checking to see...
Perception.
Listening for people. Ooh, 6.
As far as seeing stuff, the smoke's kind of getting in your eyes. You're trying to stay down below it, and sense of smell as well is kind of thrown off by that. You don't hear any people or creatures or anything like that.
I'm way too happy to be in my element.
Except a big old good wolf who's right here.
Just being such a good boy.
Yeah, being the goodest boy. Dire dog.
He's such a good papa.
Yes, he is. But yeah, you don't really notice anything that you wouldn't expect. Some dripping of moisture off the ceiling.
I guess I would.
You're under a marsh though, so.
Yeah, right. Like what are my when I get farther down? Like, do I have a left, right, continue forward type deal? Or,
so when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you see there's a long passageway with you can kind of see the openings of other either rooms or other passageways off to the side, but the main passage just seems to be a long tunnel right now.
I'll head down when I get that chance to go like to my left. What I'll do is I will disturb the dirt around the corner. So like, this is, and I'll just like scuff it a little bit, so they notice that and head that direction.
Okay. As he's doing that, what are you guys doing?
Just trying, I guess, to kind of give him safe distance. But spark up one of the torches if we can, and follow.
Some of them still need to be dried out a little bit, but you've got a couple that are dried out enough to...
Do you think we should try to remain stealthy?
I mean, at this point, if he's far enough ahead, then I don't think we need to.
Okay.
He can tell us to stop, and we can snuff this out, but it's hard enough for me to try to stay stealthy with all of this on.
Okay.
All right, yeah, so you guys follow him down, and you see the same thing. Very long staircase. You'd guess probably 100 to 120 steps. Like, it goes way down. And then, yeah, about 3/4 of the way down, you see the torchlight. And you probably see Volley just walk in from the bottom of the stairs, walking forward.
Because you don't have to, because you have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love the turns me on.
Yep. We don't have that fun stuff.
And when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you see the same thing he did. You don't see Volley anywhere.
Ah, okay. Well,
I don't have any food.
I guess we try to...
It's just a long hallway, you said?
Long hallway, there are openings along the sides that look like they might either be rooms or other hallways.
We don't see him. Slowly kind of make our path down, and like, I don't know, we can try to look in different rooms.
Yeah. Take
Alright, so yeah, as you get up to the doorway that he walked in, which is on the left, I'm going to go back to you. You walk into a storage room.
Okay.
Barrels of fresh food, fresh water, like an actively being used storage room.
I will take the time to replenish some stuff.
Yeah, a lot of your supplies were.
Fuck that.
Yeah, a lot of your rations, especially. You guys see him in there. Do you join him or do you keep going?
Well, you just found supplies and stuff.
Yeah, I'll like. They've got fresh. This is stuff. They've got. This is a large group. Like with this many supplies being from the town of Lake Town, like this is gonna be for quite a few people.
Yeah,
like rough estimate, like.
Well, okay, so it's hard to know a rough estimate because it could feed 1,000 people for a couple days or 100 people for a long time.
Right.
It's all salted and stored.
But I have a kind of an idea that.
Does it look like siege supplies?
But this is a lot of stuff.
It could
This
be.
is a lot of stuff.
It could be siege supplies. It's just food. There's no weapons or anything in here.
Well,
all you're seeing is food.
It's food.
We saw footprints of Hopsyn coming down here. He wasn't taken against his will.
He was also taken without clothes.
It's Hopsyn.
I mean, he would have woke up one of us.
Right.
One of us.
If they were very convincing, they could have...
That's a problem if they were very convincing. Like,
I think...
I just hesitate to say they're nefarious. It could just be an innocent...
I love the fact that you want to think the best out of everybody. And I think that of you, and I think that of us. But I'm sorry. They're not going to let him tell his companions, or at least like leave a note, or let him put on pants. Come on, pants? We have his pants.
That's true.
Like, think of it.
He really likes his pants.
I mean, but like, wouldn't it be very weird if someone came up to you and wanted you to leave in just your underwear?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably say no.
At least pants, right? Like, you at least want your pants.
In cases like this, it's good to hope for the best but expect the worst.
I hate to say it like that, buddy, but he's like, I'm sure Hopsyn can take care of himself, but again, no pants.
Also,
I worry about that.
There's no armaments here, so maybe they just did come down to talk. I don't know. Let's keep going.
All I'm saying is don't discount it. There's a chance.
I won't, but don't discount me if I,
I think what he's saying
Lead
is
somebody.
let's not draw first blood.
I won't draw first blood, but I will draw last.
That's fair. So let's...
Especially when it comes to you guys.
Same. If he's being hurt by them, then that's a different story. We can definitely make action, but it won't be our first action. It'll be a reaction.
So I'll also say, one of your chores from last night before going to bed was throwing out most of your rations, because even the stuff that is made to last
all wet and shit.
had like gross swamp water.
That's literally like why I was like,
soaking it,
I replaced everything because I knew it would be bad.
You guys are able to replenish your supplies, and each of you has 7 days supplies easy. And you barely made a dent in the supplies. Like, there's a lot here.
Yeah, I was like,
100%
we take a little bit of, like, I would literally go boop, 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 like, I know how to thieve.
I totally forgot to send it to you, but I saw a post about the digestive system of hobbits. Because of their size, they eat more, but it's because of their weight. Or their total mass, they eat more according to their mass, so they have to eat 1.7 times whatever. It was like 1.7 times their mass, whereas a human is like 1 times.
Yeah.
But it equates to the same amount.
Yeah.
But instead it has to string
And
out
they spread it out over
so it makes
the day,
total sense for them to have 8 meals versus 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a chipmunk versus a wolf.
Yeah.
So is that the same thing for like a dwarf too then, or no? Because
But they're stockier.
That's
They're-
Yeah.
That's fair.
They still weigh the mass or everything is still the same.
Gotcha. That's fair.
Yep.
And since we're on a quick break of a side note, just want to let everyone know, the score is currently 62 to 159. Indiana.
Hell yeah!
They've already gone through one intermission. I've said, like, if you guys have been watching me on camera, or you guys have been watching me, I'm just over here going, I'm just casually going. That's why I was ransacking through here trying to find my deep 2.
Yeah.
Because once Indiana hit 100, I was like, oh, I don't have enough dice yet. Hold on 1 second.
For some reason, I thought the scores were going to be like 15 and 25.
Oh no,
Really?
these scores had like, I mean, even like the ones that they lost, like they still were in like the 60s, 70s. Like all these teams have been doing really, really well. I'm like, I've always loved roller derby, and the fact that Tara's in part of this, it just makes me love her even more. Good call, Jason.
Good job, Indiana. Keep it up.
Recruiting.
Yeah, I can't wait. I was like, I can't wait to see you when you have your league here in South Bend, and she's like, I'm not as skilled when I get back with this team. I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna be like cheering when I get to see it. So, they're not 161.
But yeah, you're able to replenish your supplies very easily.
Beautiful.
And it takes you 10 minutes to find the good stuff and get it all packed
Take
just
extra
right.
for Hopsyn.
Yeah, you're able to fill all 4 of the packs.
Since I totally feel like this is something I did in my childhood. Like I'm literally like, okay, cool. We're taking 2 apples from this one. We're taking 2 apples from this one. We're taking 2 apples. So like it's all spread apart. So like when they open up one thing, there's not like a divot.
Yeah.
It's like they open it up and there's like, oh, okay. They don't see it.
It's like trying to replace like the liquor cabinet with water.
Yes, we are. It's just I'm like, cool. I've got 16 canisters. I'm going to take a little bit from this one, and there's all your rations. And a little bit from all these things. There's this one.
Yep. So with that, probably closer to 15 minutes, just making sure you do it in an unnoticeable way.
Because if somehow we can get in and get out without being noticed,
there you go.
I don't want them to know we stole from them.
Yep.
I'm gonna eventually just look over and be like, look, I understand what you're doing, but the longer that we wait, the longer they have to move. We need to probably try to find him.
Hey, listen, I've got this. I'm feeling way too confident. It means I want to fuck something up, but it's okay.
While we're going through, can I listen down the hall?
Yeah.
I hear voices?
Yeah. Yeah, you can stand watch. Perception.
So we look over and
18.
now Frederick's going.
So you're still not hearing voices. Not hearing a lot of voices. What's up?
He's asking if we want to take a bio break.
I was planning on doing it about 3:45.
10-15 minutes?
You're not hearing a lot of voices and stuff. It's a long way down. In the opening across the way from you, you do hear a noise every now and then that makes your skin crawl a little bit. It is the sound. Just a sec. Do a nature check to see if you recognize the sound.
It's the sound of silence.
Hello. Oh, I almost got a copyright strike.
Yeah, that's close.
6.
It's a high pitch kind of squeaking.
It sounds animalistic though.
It does sound animalistic.
Who fucking?
Maybe you're not quite sure. It could be one of many things.
If I know it's animalistic, turn to the ranger.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll go with
There's a
him.
noise in that room.
Yep. Volley's still just doing his chopper thing.
I'm going to just set down Hopsyn's backpack for a moment.
Yeah.
And then I will try to follow him and start like listening up and trying to see if I can get my way over that way.
Nature check.
Nature check. Am I? Yes, I am. Awesome. That's an 11, which makes it a 21.
Okay. Definitely some sort of rodent sound.
Okay.
It's definitely a squeaking that might come from a sort of rodent.
One or many?
More than one, for sure.
Okay.
It's hard to tell exactly. With a 21, I mean, no fewer than 10. But they're not all going at once. It's like you'll hear one, then hear one that's like a different pitch maybe, and just standing there for a couple minutes and listening really hard, you would say there's at least 10. 10 rodents of some kind.
Oh, I don't think they exist.
Swear.
That's how you get jump scared.
Seems maybe a rat problem down here. I'm gonna. I'm just. He's getting antsy. I'm gonna try to spark up one of my torches and head that way.
Where are you going?
You already had a torch lit, right?
Yeah.
Well, because
Did you put it out?
He had one. I didn't want to go.
Oh, he had one. Okay, yeah. No, you light it up and walk into the other room, and you see that this was a sort of wine cellar, you would guess.
Mm-hmm.
High vaulted ceiling. There isn't any. There's nothing on the shelves or anything. This room seems very much abandoned.
It's because they drank all the fucking wine.
But looking around, you don't see any.
I'm going with them.
You don't see any sort of rodents. Both of you do a perception check. Actually, you do one first. Do a perception check.
28.
Christ.
So
You are hot or cold.
you are walking
you are the
around.
Katy Perry of this room.
After that.
You're walking around the room looking. You're not seeing any rats or anything. You're still hearing it. And you walk back over to the main entrance and you're like, I don't see anything. And you look over at Fredwick, who's looking up, white-faced. And do you also look up?
I'm gonna keep my head down. I'm gonna say, there's bats on the ceiling out there.
Yeah.
Can we just slowly start moving away?
Are they
or-
regular bats?
They're Lord of the Rings bats. No.
So
I'll do that obviously slow, like head look up.
regular size. Bats come in all different sizes.
Is it a vampire bat, which is like this big, or is it a fox bat, which is like this big?
Closer to a fox bat, but not that big.
Like a fruit bat?
You're looking at like probably this big. You are noticing that their heads are tucked under their wings. You're not seeing any faces.
It's daytime.
Well, yes. Maybe we keep it that way and make our way back out the roof. And just...
Roll me a stealth to get out of there.
I get advantage of those this time.
Hey guys, what you doing?
Oh shit!
Roll.
Thank you.
25.
17 plus. This is dirty 20.
Yeah, you both
Thank you, advantage.
you both back out of there almost in unison. Just
I'm like, I've got everything full, and I'm like,
what are you guys doing?
There's not a door, is there?
No.
Okay.
No, there haven't been a door in either of the
Okay.
places that you've been. But yeah, no, you're able to back out of there, no problem.
Cool. Yep. We'll just mosey our way back over to him and say, the wine cellar up here is just full of bats that are
Big bats.
sleeping. Let's not go that way and interrupt them again.
maybe we can use that to our advantage some other time. Depends on how if we need a distraction.
True. But for now,
You're medium size, right?
Small.
Small? Oh, okay.
So they're half the size of me or something? They're tiny or
a second.
medium?
I need to double check something.
A medium creature can
Yeah.
carry a small creature.
Yes.
These bats are medium.
but a medium, yeah, I was about to say they can just swoop and take you away.
Yes.
Yeah, they can carry you.
Oh,
I had
they
them-
are fox bats.
They are. So
Yes.
they are. I'm really sorry. I had it mixed up in my head. I thought, yeah. So these bats are, the small ones are about 3.5 feet long. Bigger ones closer to 4.
Fredwick sized.
This means wingspan is between
Yeah.
7 and 12 feet.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
For reference, people.
And there isn't. They aren't covering the ceiling. You saw a group of your guess was right, about 10.
About 10. Okay.
I'm sorry. I had that mixed up. I read their stats last night and I was like, "Oh, okay. Then they're a little smaller than Fredwick." But nope.
Nope. No, they big.
A small bat is still gigantic.
Yeah, in my mind, small was tiny and medium was small for some reason when it came to them. So that's my mistake. But yes, they're big for bats.
Like, I'm just short of a 6 foot wingspan
Mhm.
with my monkey arms, and that's bigger than that.
Yeah, I'm about 6 foot. So
Yeah.
but yeah. So yeah, but you're able to back out of the room, let Volley know what's going on.
Yeah.
All is bueno.
Big bat.
On the plus side,
Big to us or big to you?
Big
Yes.
to everybody.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, fabulous.
Yes.
For about 4 feet tall.
The plus side, torches don't make too much noise, so we can keep them up. Good.
Cool. I'm going
We
to continue forward.
just skip that room.
I am going to use my unobtrusive constantly to hide underneath Darathon's legs.
Yes.
From now on.
Yep. Easy enough. Yeah.
Walking
So
and your feet are on my feet.
you don't. You don't even.
It's like you're learning to dance.
You don't even necessarily have to do that. Just like you're under his cloak,
Yeah.
like poking out every now and again. But you're walking under his cloak. You look like you got a dump truck.
He's got dumps up a dump.
But yeah, the further you go down a little further, and you, the next room that you see is on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Do you enter?
I will test to see if the door is unlocked.
No door. There aren't any doors.
No
You haven't
doors.
seen any doors yet. Yeah.
Oh,
No door.
I forgot. It said no door. No door.
A keep has no.
No door.
No door. I will slip in.
Roll stealth again, just to make sure you're keeping sneaky.
How far are these doors spaced?
There's no real rhyme or reason to it. The
yeah.
first two doors were right across from each other. You've now walked probably 30 feet down the hallway, and then there's another one.
Maybe outside of the
There's
keep?
one on the other side. You're under the keep.
Is it like, okay, so
You-
it's still like
Sense of geography. Give me just a nature check to see if you can like kind of map out where you are.
12? 12.
You're probably out from under the keep at this point.
I would assume by how I know things like this in the history, these are more of like the escape tunnels for a siege.
Could be.
Okay.
Could be, yeah.
I'm all sorts of dirty.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you enter, and looking around, you see that you're in a pretty big room. The wall, like, so it was a 30 feet walk from the pantry to here.
Mm-hmm.
The walls are probably touching, because as you walk in, the wall is right here, but it goes that way 30 feet and that way about 30 feet. It's a big room full of cots. Empty cots, but cots nonetheless.
Do a quick count.
So many cots.
What can you say? I like a good cop.
So there's,
Does it look fresh?
Are they
clean?
dirty cots?
Yeah.
Are they smelly cots?
you don't know, you're not in there.
How do they feel?
I'm gonna get real close to the cot.
Do they have like a
Roll Constitution save.
Oh god!
like a cover that's going all the way over the cot? Oh.
So
Are there two little chests at the head of it?
there are probably
Keep
between
kids in.
40 and 50 cots in this area with little walkways in between. They are dirty. Go ahead and roll an investigation if you want to see a little bit more about them.
Check out them cots.
12.
Only about 5 of them look recently used. The rest
Okay.
the rest are
There's still like a little bit of grime, dust.
there's grime and dust, yeah. And it looks like the dust has been collecting for a while. So, yeah, there's only about 5 that look like they're actually currently in use.
Any footlockers or any?
No, there were some, but they look
These are
like
the 5 that are being used.
well, they look like they're as old as the fortress upstairs. So a lot of the wood is rotted through, the metal's all rusted. Those don't look like they've been replaced recently.
I'll slide back out and I'll just like
Describe it.
it's a rather large room. It's basically like a barracks. There's about 50 cots, but only looks like 5 are currently being used. So I'm guessing whatever is here is using it as a base. I mean, if this is a fort, this is probably like a secret way in or a secret way out. So I bet you we're gonna pop out somewhere. We keep going, we're gonna pop out somewhere in the marsh.
Now, just so I'm not pulling a big old dumb here, have I noticed any symbols like what they had shown on the ways up here for my people around the fort at all?
Like any specific Dunedain markings?
Right. I just want to make sure this isn't like just a traveling.
No,
group
the
of us.
Dunedain, they've pretty much left this fort alone over the years. There isn't a lot of strategic advantage to it now that it's so run down. Besides passing through it on the way through the marsh, the Dunedain don't. They disregard this as a useless ruin.
Okay.
Overly defensible.
Yeah.
Knowing that, I imagine that this is either. I'm imagining this might be a group of brigands.
What about the people of Bree? Do they have a? They don't have a military. They have a guard, but
They have town guards. You've passed through there before.
They wouldn't do anything out here. I'm close enough to them.
You've never heard of anything like this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and this is one of
That
my known
sounds sound.
areas.
Everybody roll perception.
Don't remember if I have advantage on those. I don't think so. I think it's just
24.
That's got my double.
That's bad.
27.
9.
So you're just deep in thought trying to
Yeah.
figure out what's going on here. The two of you hear voices coming from further down the tunnel.
I'll duck and hide.
Put out the torches.
Does it sound like Hopsyn?
No.
Is there a room like on the other side of the hall
Nope.
of this cot room? This is the only room in the area here.
The only rooms you know about in the area are this one and then the two 30 feet down the hallway.
Yeah. I'll hide under a bed.
Easy enough.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
I would
it.
assist them hiding.
So you
I
know,
can.
like when you walk into the room and you see like normally people more or less grouped together where the cots are. Are they like more on the left side, more on the right side, like the ones that have been used?
They're right by the entrance. So when you walk in, the wall just goes straight this way. There's no room in that area. The whole room is basically right here. And the 5 cots closest to the door are the ones that seem like they've been used.
And they're on the right side.
There isn't a lot of organization to the cots either. Like it looks like they used to be in rows and stuff, but these ones look like, people sit down on them and they slide a little bit and they don't really adjust them or anything.
For that purpose, just because the logistics of it, since I know that they're kind of grouped up over here, people are going to naturally look their way towards where they're staying. I'm gonna go on the other side of the doorway.
Okay.
And like kind of post up and be ready with my sword out, but kind of like under the cloak.
Yep.
For them to come up.
All right. As you all get in position, you hear them walking closer, and as they're walking by, 2 things really hit you guys. First is the smell of fresh meat. The other is you're hearing them, and they're talking in gruff voices about You think it'll work this time? Oh, did you see that big lummox? Of course it'll work this time. As they're walking past down the hallway from where you guys came. And as you hear that, we will go on a bio break.
And just before we go on a bio break,
Oh!
final score.
Tell us.
108 to 199. Indiana wins. Woo! Indiana All-Stars.
Yeah!
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Heck yeah.
a hell of a good game.
So with that ominous note and that exciting note, we're going to go on a quick bio break because I need one. We'll be back. We try to be 10 minutes at the most. So we'll be right back with more Adventures in Middle-earth.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome back, gang.
Hi.
We left on some exciting roller derby news, but also with a couple of henchmen of sorts, perhaps walking past the entrance, saying something about a big lummox. What do you do?
Did they walk past the doorway that we?
Yeah, they're walking down the hall, so they would have walked right past the doorway.
So they're going towards like the pantry.
Or the entrance.
Or the entrance.
What'd they look like?
Do you want to
Take care of them?
surprise them?
Being under a cot, you didn't get a good look. They were human.
Did they were rough. Mm-hmm. Like brigandine style, kind of.
Yeah, definitely.
I was just getting that. Are they orcs?
No, not orcs. Definitely well-used armor. Hasn't gotten a good oiling in a while. And they were carrying, between them, one of them was holding one side, one of them was holding another. They were carrying a big, it almost looked like a wash bath, like where you put all your clothes in. It was like big. Mm-hmm. They were carrying it between them down the hallway.
You can either intimidate or take them out. Either way, I'll be behind you.
By this point, they're past the doorway and headed down the hall.
I'm going to slip out.
Okay.
And follow.
Roll stealth.
And I'm just gonna be like, I'll like look out the door.
24.
All right. You step out into the hallway. Well, as you go to step out, one of them goes, oh, and like starts to turn around, and you step back into the doorway, and the other one goes, what? And the other guy's like, oh, must have been nothing. And they keep going. Then you're able to...
Yeah. Like, they're... I'm watching to see if they head where I think they're going.
They're headed down the hall.
Yeah, I'm following them.
Mm-hmm. As they're getting up to the entrance to the pantry, you notice that they turn left into the wine cellar.
Okay. I follow.
Yep.
Can I try to move up?
What are you guys doing? Yeah.
I'm gonna try to move my way up to essentially where he's going. I'm gonna go the checkpoint behind him that he stopped at.
Okay.
Since he's much better at stealth than I am, like.
Yeah, you guys are all. You're under his cloak again?
No, I'm gonna go to where he was and look the opposite way. For more people coming down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't see anybody else walking down this way. From where you are now, though, you do hear the very faint sound of voices. They must be quite a ways down the tunnel, though, but you do hear... You become aware of the presence of more people. By the time you get to the entrance to the wine cellar, they have both set down the container. And one of them goes, all right, breakfast. And all the bats pull their heads out from under their wings and descend on it. Now, I did mention that as they walked by, you smelled the smell of fresh meat. Mm-hmm. And you're realizing that this big tub is full of it.
It's Hopsyn.
And you watch as the bats descend and...
That's what happens when you miss a week.
Start devouring. Yeah, get eaten by bats. I gave him a pass last time.
First time you get an apron. The second time...
Second time we just feed you to fucking bats.
You re-roll your character.
Teach you.
The bats are in a bit of a feeding frenzy right now. Because some of them land, like, near the edge and are just putting their faces in. Others are, like, dive-bombing down and grabbing mouthfuls and flying up and around while they eat and then diving back down. It's wild. Meanwhile, the other two guys have stepped back and have their backs to the door, but are watching.
As long as they can't, I'm gonna slide up one that's closest to me. Neck.
Kill him.
Going for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aggro time.
Roll me stealth to see if you can catch him entirely unawares.
Because of the thing, right?
See if you can catch him entirely unawares.
27. I rolled an 18.
You know right where to put that dagger.
I do.
And are able to coup de grace him. He tenses up in your hand, and you hear a small and he slouches back in your arms.
And I just go, you're right, fresh meat, and push and pull and go for the next guy. If I can.
Yes.
I'm sure triggers initiative, but that's...
Well, yeah, so as you do, this other guy, over the commotion of the bats, he doesn't hear the kill.
Okay.
He does hear the fresh meat comment and sees his buddy fall forward and turns and looks right at you with eyes just big as saucers. Go ahead and roll initiative. And you guys go ahead and roll initiative for if and when you get up to the fight.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I see him with the dagger go for a move, I'm going to go up here.
Yep.
Whoa, that's not cocked.
It's not great, but I'll take it because it works.
It landed straight up on top of that thing.
It's an 11.
Okay.
That was cool.
I'm just
D20 landing on a mini D20.
That's funny. I love it.
All right. You had a what for initiative?
I was an 11.
11. What'd you have?
13.
Okay.
24.
Okay.
Jesus!
He was much more dexterous.
Ours added. He got.
It's 5. 5 natural 20s.
Jesus!
Yeah, we have that this time.
Yeah, we do. Wait, maybe your brother needs to be gone more often.
13. Who had 13?
I had 13.
You had 13.
I had 11.
I hate to say it like that, but we do better without him.
I don't know. I don't know about me. I roll either extremely high or extremely
That's true.
low.
You are like.
I don't think it's a Caleb thing. I think it's a Hopsyn thing because he did fall and get in the mud.
That's true. That's true.
So
It is like all of my abilities are.
each of you beat the bad guys. So.
God.
All right.
That's what I'm happy I did, but I was worried about it. Not gonna lie.
Good.
All right. So, Fredwick, you're gonna be first. You're not in the fight yet. So, but what would you like to do?
I guess, do I know any of this is happening?
You've heard the bats go into a frenzy further up the cave.
Okay.
That is what you have heard. You know Volley went up there, and now you're hearing the bats in a frenzy.
I saw them go up there too. And nobody's coming, but I hear voices down that way.
You don't hear voices, you hear the bats.
But first, beforehand.
Oh, from the other way?
The other way.
Yeah, you
Just like nondescript.
Yeah, and you don't hear anybody headed down the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah. The people at that end of the hallway do seem oblivious to what's going on.
How far away is the doorway where I'm at to the doorway where
30 feet.
Volley is? 30
Mm-hmm.
feet?
Yep, because you guys were in the entrance. Oh, no, you followed a little bit. 15 feet. Yeah.
He followed. I stayed at the doorway.
Oh,
so
then yes, you are 30 feet. He's 15 feet.
So
My
I'll
apologies.
I'll just stay at the doorway and ready an arrow for one of them or one of the bats to come out. Probably.
Okay. Yeah, so you're
A bat or someone I don't know to come out of the doorway.
All right, so you're holding the attack action for if you see someone or a bat? Okay.
Mainly the bats.
All right, Volley.
Mainly the gigantic, terrifying.
While
bats.
I've got him, I'm going in.
Okay, roll your attack.
Since I'm do I get sneak attack with everything, or I don't think I.
No, you're not hidden. You don't have allies within 5 feet.
Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't know if I get it. 'Cause I know they used to for rogues if you were acting before the person you did, but maybe not this one. That's fine.
Yeah, since I gave you the coup de grace, I'm not giving you a surprise
I
round.
No, I still have a 15.
15 to hit hits.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You want to sit?
7.
Yeah. You're able to hit him before he has time to even draw his sword. Yeah. You stab him, and you're going for the throat, and he kind of sees it coming, and instead of going for his sword right away, he like dodges a little bit. So you stab him through the edge of his neck. So probably caught some veins or arteries, but didn't hit anything crucial yet. All right. Bonus action?
Yeah, I got those, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah. I forgot.
Dagger.
You said throw a dagger.
Bonus action dagger.
No, he just said dagger. He didn't say throw a dagger.
I thought you said throw it. I was
Dagger,
like,
dagger.
that's real close.
Yeah, I'm getting close to that. I'm trying to make sure what all my agent gives me.
Yeah.
I don't think, and that just gives me to
I-
stare.
I realized the other day you guys have not had a lot of combat in this campaign. It's been very RP heavy so far, so no worries if it takes a minute to.
I will
by the way.
take.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I will take my
No,
bonus
yeah, this is
action
really good.
to disengage,
Okay.
just so I can back up and
Yep.
make him come to me.
Yep. How far do you back up?
I'm gonna back up enough so that if he closes distance, then he's in the fray. So like I'll back even out to the hallway
Okay. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we have a feeding room to go put the body
Yep.
into.
Yeah. You step out into the hallway. Darathon.
You just glistening, dripping blood blade on my hand.
Yep. He steps back and he has a bloody blade, and the bats are in a frenzy right now.
I already pulled the sword out, so I'll just make sure it's out of the cloak.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna dart in, and I see the guy and then one guy on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take.
And you see that 2 of the bats are already like coming down, and they're like picking up this guy and dragging him away.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Do you have a fear of bats? I really apologize.
Not at all.
Okay.
No, I love bats. Actually.
Okay. Cool. I'm like, you're over there like with that face. I'm like, I hope I'm not triggering more phobias. I'm not trying to.
No. I'm sitting here going like, there's the small part of me going, I will feel bad if they are innocent people. However, my character does not.
Yeah.
They don't care.
I do have a little phobia of snakes,
Okay.
but bring it on.
Okay.
Right. It's good. Yeah.
Please, give me nightmares.
Scar me, Daddy. All right, that sounds all right. Fair enough.
I think I have just the thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and dart in there. See him.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of taking a swing, though, I'm going to, I guess, do a kind of a strength check to push him up against the wall. I'm gonna just go ahead and like take the pommel of my sword with my hand and just push him up on the wall, and have the sword kind of like up by the hip of his neck. And just
Do a shove action
Okay.
at advantage because he's holding his neck and doesn't even have his weapon drawn, like taking completely unawares.
So for a oh god, the one inside was fucking terrible. What modifier is that?
Strength
Okay.
for your shove. Yep.
That will be a dirty 20 then.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's
The inside was a 1.
Athletics, I think.
he's doing that. He didn't even know to be on the lookout for you. So yeah, you step in, sword to the throat, and shove him up against the wall, and his eyes are just bugging out of his head right now because today did not go how he had planned.
He's going through his mental itinerary. Feed the bats. Go talk to Lucy.
Take a dump.
What?
Take a dump.
Watch my friend be killed in front of me. Knife to the throat.
Nearly get murder-cated by 3 murder hobos.
Not 3. He's standing back there. Just 2.
2 murder hobos and a healer.
Murdered anyone.
So, bonus action would just go ahead and say, talk, or you end up like a friend did. Where is our friend? And who are you?
Okay. Okay, so that can be a free action. Just saying that little bit.
Okay.
All right, his turn will be next. So that's when he'll talk. Do you have anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I mean, not really. I didn't really do an attack, and I'm not trying to kill him yet. I want the info.
Okay.
So I guess make sure as a bonus action, just kind of look up to make sure that the bats aren't like swooping at me.
They seem to be 100% in a feeding frenzy right now,
Okay.
and dead meat is much easier to frenzy on than live meat. So
Okay.
they're focused on that.
There's a reason the scuba feeders wear chainmail when they feed the sharks.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action, put the hood up for dramatic.
All right, edgelord. Okay. All right, yeah. So goes on to the gentleman you are holding up against the wall. And first I'm going to do this. Okay. Interesting. So
He boops himself.
He's going from doing this. You see him put a finger in his throat and seemingly hold something, and just starts going, "Help! Help!" And his finger slips at one point, and he goes, "Help!"
It's not my turn anymore.
Yep.
I gave you plenty of time to prepare
I
to
I thought the shove was an action.
to hold an action.
It is. Yeah.
Shove was an action, yeah.
So I couldn't hold an action anyway.
No, fair enough. So he does that, and then you see his hand go down to his belt to try to grab a dagger that he has there, but his own blood is all over his hand, and it's slipping. He isn't able to get a good grip on it. And
40d6 people show up.
All the D6s.
all the bats.
um,
I wonder if they can hear it over the bat frenzy.
you did mention that you're looking around, and so you do notice that while 99% of them are still in their feeding frenzy, there are 2 of them that have kind of landed, and they're kind of hanging on the wall, looking your way and chittering at each other.
Well,
Back to Fredwick. You are now hearing help come from down the hallway, not in the voice of Valier Darathon.
Oh, bother.
Okay, Winnie the Pooh. Oh, bother.
what I wouldn't do for some honey.
There's no doors down the other direction, right?
The way you haven't been yet?
Correct.
None that you can see.
Okay.
Your the torch on the wall is the last one for a while, and 30 feet down the hallway where its light reaches, you don't see anything.
Okay. Shit, that means they would see us, though.
Probably.
But I can't leave them. Yeah, I guess I just have to, because my speed is slow. I gotta double down and get so I can see into the area, but I'm gonna go to the adjacent door from the storage.
The pantry door?
Nice.
Yes.
All right.
And just go in and just like do the same fucking thing I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
If anything dangerous.
That's the sound of the wings, right? That's your.
comes
That's
Yeah.
the bat wings.
That's the bat wings.
Good job, Steve.
If anything dangerous comes through that wine cellar door,
Okay.
non-ally, all-encompassing.
Bat or bad guy? I gotcha.
I can't because I double dashed now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you would have gone and then dashed to get into the hallway. Yeah.
Technically, we're at the door, buddy. So
Yeah, that's true.
So I will instead, because I'm trying to emulate my brave feat that I took, I will stop just short of the doorway
Okay.
and hold an action in case. Can I do either? Someone appears in the hallway.
No, you're either looking at the door or looking down the hall,
I have no fear.
and they're not. So since you only have 25 feet of movement, if you could get past the doors, then I would allow it.
Where's Valley?
He's just outside the door in the hallway.
So he escaped, and
Yes.
Marathon went in.
Yes.
So I would watch the oncoming,
The hallway?
the hallway.
Yes.
And I would
Sounds
ready,
good.
I would ready an arrow for 60 feet or whatever it is,
Yep.
or 120 or whatever the distance is at disadvantage.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
yeah.
you can only see
320.
320.
you can only see 60 feet down the hallway anyway.
Okay.
So
Past 80 feet, it becomes disadvantaged.
yeah, you can only see 60 feet because it's 30 feet to the last torch, and its light shines 30 feet.
I would go 25 feet to be able to see into the wine cellar and see what's happening,
Okay.
and go, and then look back at the hallway and go like, if anybody comes.
Yep.
I'll bring this right back.
All right.
I just forgot to.
Yep. So you're holding an attack action.
Once again, yes.
No problem. Volley,
Uh,
the quadruple bladed.
Since I could still see him, right? I could see the target.
Yeah. He walked in, and he's kind of like right by the hallway and the doorway. If that makes sense. He's right there by the doorway. So yeah, you can see him just fine, and you can definitely hear him.
You've already said too much. And I pull out my new friend.
All right, roll an attack.
I was about to just throw him into the bats. He's already squirting blood like a geyser.
15.
Pitch black shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, that hits.
Okay.
Yep.
Put my goggles down and then kick him into him.
Well,
Oh, you're in 5 feet of him.
Yep.
That's sneak attack.
So I was half hoping he would roll a 1 so I could say he throws it and it hits you instead. But I'm glad he didn't. I just always thought that was funny.
I've had that happen to me on 2 different parts of the same campaign every Thursday.
I've had that roll where if you roll a 1 in melee combat, hits the person.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that.
How much damage?
20?
Yeah, so you
3d6, babies.
you're like, all right, enough. Chuck it, and
And it is, it's literally, it's probably the deadest you've ever seen my eyes.
3d6 and you got 20?
the dagger flies.
Plus 1d4 plus my dex mod.
Oh.
As the dagger is flying toward him, you see that you were off a little bit on your throw. It wasn't dead on. And as it's coming toward him, it must have been the wind from the bats or something, because the tip of the dagger turns and goes straight in for the kill.
Yeah, I know that dagger. And then knowing what's going to happen, I call it back to
Bonus action back. All right, roll a d4.
Yep. It just does d4, it doesn't do my dex mod.
Correct. It just does d4.
So 2 points.
All right. And as it comes back,
And then I will slide into the pantry room.
okay.
Oh.
Where are you going? Oh, okay.
I wish I could grab you, but
As the dagger comes back in your head, you hear a voice that has been an annoyance to you ever since Rivendell, saying, yeah, that was great. Do it again. Come on, do it again. I'm ready.
I was waiting for you to do it out of like writing.
Yeah.
I know you are.
No, come on, right now. Come on, do it.
Patience, there's not a target.
I don't know what that is. Come on, throw me. Come on, I'm ready.
It's clear, but if you want to drink the blood of our enemies, you will learn patience.
All right, I'm patient. Now come on, throw me. Come on, I'm ready. Darathon. He's dead.
Study patience.
Seeing the dead guy, I'm just gonna. Okay. And just pull him back and toss him into the bat frenzy.
Okay.
If I can, as I'm walking out, do I see anybody down the hallway, or does he look like he's looking down the hallway, or anything like that?
So, first of all, as you toss him back, you see that the bowl or the tub is picked clean at this point.
Oh, good.
And you see that the other guy is kind of being dragged around the room and getting picked clean as he's going.
This is brutal.
And you toss this guy back, and he doesn't hit the ground before 3 bats swoop down and get their talons in him and get to work on him
It's
as well.
Full-on Krill from Gears of War.
Yes.
I love it.
So yeah, then you step out in the hallway. Looking down the hallway, no, you don't see anybody.
Okay. I'm gonna just, because he yelled out, I'm a bit unsure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's bonus action or whatnot. I'll sheathe the sword and pull my bow.
All right.
And I'll am I allowed to prepare an action for if somebody comes down the walkway?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yep, you haven't done an action yet. Just tossing a guy back is a free action. That's nothing.
I just kind of there's a little panache.
Yeah, well, and I assume it was less of a throwing him and more of a, well, he's dead, and just like moving him to the side and
Free
he's
food.
picked up. Yeah.
I don't need to loot the corpse. It's fine.
All right. You are out of combat.
Yeah, I pause, wait to see if anyone else comes down. If no one does, I'll slide out.
Yeah.
After 2 minutes, no one has come down the hallway.
Okay.
Unlock the arrow.
Also, after 2 minutes, the noise in the wine cellar has stopped.
Maybe we should get away from that.
Yes, agreed.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I cleaned the blade and...
Start walking.
Come on, I wasn't done with that yet. Come on, throw me at someone. I'm ready.
There's no one to throw it at.
There's 2 guys right there. Come on.
They are allies.
Is there anything we can get from the people that are in the?
There are no more people in there anymore.
Well, that's terrifying.
The bats were hungry. Very hungry.
Let's not go there. Let's get away from that.
Let's go.
Yeah, we'll head out.
Everybody roll perception real quick.
I'm gonna keep that arrow in my hand just in case. Oh, that's not good. I don't have advantage.
4. 51.
The next nat 20.
time, 30.
He's gotten like 3 of those nat 20s,
What do you got?
baby. For perception, that is 12 plus 11, 23.
Gee, I only got a 15.
I was waiting for it.
Slacker with dark vision.
Volley, you've started heading down the hallway again. You're more focused on the danger to come.
Nat 20, by the way.
Yes.
Fucking 6th one.
Damn.
You 2 go to follow him, and you each throw one more glance into the wine cellar, and just see so many beady red eyes looking out the doorway at you. None of them moving, but there's some up near the ceiling, some around the walls, some presumably on the floor. But yeah, there's a lot of beady red eyes looking at you.
Yes.
Bats are blind, bitch. I know this.
No,
We
they're not.
sneaking.
They're not blind.
We're sneaking.
All right. Yeah, you guys are able to get down the hallway. Back
business.
up to where you were, 30 feet down to where that doorway is. And yeah, you see 30 feet down the hall. You don't see any more doors or anything.
Just keep going.
I am sorry that you had to see that of me.
No, it's all right. As long as we can find Hopsyn, that's the important part.
Agreed. It's not a side of me that's pretty, but it's a side of me that's been mine for a very long time. Don't worry. It will never... I won't ever look at you with that face.
No, I just hope these people are not here to protect.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing the good thing. Doing a good thing. Doing a good thing.
We are doing a good thing.
We are doing a good thing.
Sometimes doing good things are messy.
Yes. I understand.
Most of us aren't here to do the pretty thing.
The 2 torches back by the staircase where you guys came down suddenly go out.
Oh, Jesus.
Is it because of...
You're seeing some beady red eyes in the hallway back there, yeah.
Can I use my webs of deceit on bats?
Let me read up on Webs of Deceit real quick.
An interaction when you interact with a creature
Mm-hmm.
or someone.
It's a
I think
scholar
it says.
thing, right?
Yeah.
And this Journey to Middle-earth lore check that we're looking at the books has been brought to you by a copy machine because we used one, so that we all had our own copy of this book. Well, just the sections that we needed. So,
I mean...
enjoy.
It just says others.
Technically,
It implies people.
I know a guy that's really good at making these. And
Amazing.
if you have any questions, feel free.
Drop a line in the chat.
We're gonna talk
Remind
more.
me, are you the Master Scholar or Master Healer?
Healer.
Is what you did, okay.
Hi, buddy.
Is Web...
Webs of deceit is a 5th level ability.
Oh, it's a feature.
Yeah.
Or a virtue, rather.
No, scholar ability. Just straight up.
Here we go. Yep.
65.
Yep.
It just says like well-timed words. So I'm assuming no because it's well-timed words. Skill check
I mean, they are words.
through your scholarship and preparation. Manipulate others with well-timed words.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't think. No.
Yeah. It seems like something where they would need to be able to understand your speech.
Yeah. Regardless of that,
Mm-hmm.
I will go up and go.
No bats! You stay back there.
No bad.
Just like 10 feet away from them.
You stay back.
No, thank you.
You walk up to 10 feet away from them?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do not go any further.
Thou shalt not pass.
Slam my staff into the ground.
This is what the bats are doing. You just see the beady red eyes coming out of the darkness.
He stare at you.
I don't think it worked. Without turning around,
Mm-hmm.
back up, back with them, and then go, yeah, that didn't work.
As far as you guys can tell, they haven't moved yet.
I think they're going to follow us.
They haven't done it yet, so let's not test it and just go.
Yes.
There's nobody else coming,
Yes, we need to move.
so maybe a quicker pace to get out. I think.
Yeah. So you get 30 feet down the hallway and it's pitch black because the last there aren't any torches in sconces on the wall further down the hallway. So yeah, you get about 30 feet away from the last torches and it's pitch black. Volley, you can vaguely see you see the hallway continues.
Yeah.
Can I do like nature or survival or something to check if it is a good idea to light a torch for us on the way down, or if it's better to go in darkness and just let him lead?
You can do a basic intelligence or wisdom, whichever one you want to do.
Can I assist him on the grounds of that will repel bats? Potentially.
Well, if you want, you guys can role play a conversation here. Like you guys can talk it out if you want.
Are bats afraid of light?
That's why I was trying to check.
Oh, do nature check to see if you know anything about bats being afraid of light.
27.
They definitely have an aversion to light. You don't know if it's a straight up fear, but they definitely don't prefer light.
Yeah. So light it up.
Your torch is lit.
We can see. He can still go ahead if he wants to.
Yep.
Moving forward.
I will be keeping an eye behind us the whole time.
Okay.
I'm a little paranoid.
A little?
All right.
Because I'm
I don't blame you.
As you're looking, you see that two of the bats jump up in the air and flap their wings in such a way that it smothers the next two torches in the hallway. But going forward, you get to a point where you see that there are now two doorways, quote unquote. There's one on the right and one on the left. These two are different from any you've seen before because these actually have doors in them.
Oh.
One of them is a solid iron gate that you would find in a prison. The other one are large, heavy wooden doors that are reinforced with iron. But yeah, there's two of them.
Well, my guess is I'm gonna look at the big iron door.
The one like prison door?
The prison door.
Yeah.
Is there like a metal flap or some of those?
It's bars.
It's just bars?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look inside if it's barred. I don't have any food.
Yeah, you guys just resupplied in the pantry.
Not for the dog.
Not for the dog, though.
Oh.
Because he keeps making slobber marks. I've got my sleeve is like wet.
Inside, you see a girl who has her hands shackled together on a chain on the wall. Being that you don't have a torch, she doesn't notice you yet.
But she's shackled on the wall.
She's not my quarry, though.
Yeah, I mean, if she's a prisoner.
Right. So I definitely don't feel bad. I feel justified. I'll head back towards them.
Okay.
There's a young lady. We've got two larger doors. One is a prison barred door. There's bars. There's a young lady. She could not see me because, of course, I don't have a torch. You guys have a torch.
I was rolling to see if she heard you talking. She definitely does not.
God, I hope not. I'm talking soft.
Well, even so, you
I
never know.
She's
She's an elf, maybe.
an elf. Ah, shit.
No,
No,
dwarf.
she's not.
No,
She's-
hobbit. Gosh. Valar.
Tiefling. Hey, those are the thing here.
She had horns.
So I definitely feel justified for the earlier killing, but anyway, I have not garnered her attention. Then on the right hand side there's a very large wooden door. I'm going to guess it's going to be very loud.
That's the first one we've seen so far.
Yes,
Down here.
there are two actual doors. I know. Softly duck behind you guys. What's been going on?
Bats.
Bats are coming, I think.
We probably should take care of that.
I tried to scare him off. It didn't work.
I don't know if that's...
You are so precious.
It didn't work.
Yeah, no, that probably wouldn't have worked. Yeah.
Keeping our torches lit's a good idea.
Keeping your torches lit. I mean...
There's a girl.
There's a girl. Do we want to try to take out the the bats that are following us?
Don't know how many there are back there.
Well,
There was 10 of them when we first
again,
looked in the room.
what if this is an extension of Bree? We still don't know. It may be heading towards the city.
Or it spits us out in the middle of the marsh.
It's possible.
Someone in a cage notes prison. She
Right.
could have done wrong.
Agreed.
We need to be careful.
Agreed. I can try to talk to her.
Yes.
See if I glean any information from her.
I think time is also of the essence.
I do too. I mean,
I can try to talk to her if you want to check the other door.
what I'm thinking is like, I hate to say this. She is secondary to our main cause. But I do agree that maybe we should at least talk to her.
Yes, I don't think they're very good people. I think she's a good person, but I hope that they're not. And she's. I'm gonna go talk to her.
Or she could at least be worse, and then she'll have revenge on them, and that's fine.
Is it okay?
A, we release somebody who needs to be released, or B, she's evil and we can throw her to the bats and make a way for it. Either way, she doesn't deserve to be chained and eaten alive.
I'm gonna go
That's
talk
true.
to her.
That's true. I will go with our friend.
Not to be crass, but time.
Yep. Yeah, you get over to the entrance and you see the same.
Torch.
Yeah. Huh?
Because now they have a torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same young girl.
Like young girl now that like I can get full color. Or?
No.
So like our age young girl.
No.
Oh.
Looking at her, you would guess she's early teens.
Oh.
So not like she's not 6. She's not a young girl, but
She's okay.
yeah, you would here. You can do perception to see if you can pinpoint her age if you want, but early teens would be your best guess.
I don't.
As soon as you get over there,
Webs of Deceit.
she looks up
She's a baby.
at you and goes, "What do you want? You're not getting anything out of me." Excuse me, that was an actual. Not getting anything out of me. When my auntie hears about this, she'll have all your skins.
Do we look like the ones that were?
Can I do a Webs of Deceit right away?
Kinda. Yes. Well, okay. What are you gonna?
It's a insight versus 15 plus their wisdom modifier. And I got
Okay.
a 17. 15 plus their wisdom modifier is the DC.
Then yes, that passes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we should know if she's lying.
I get advantage on a skill check.
Beautiful.
But my choose.
I don't know. You look kind of shady, like those people who took me.
That's cute.
Who are the people that took you?
Yeah, we have a hobbit. They don't.
You one of those little fellas from over across the Brandywine?
Yes.
What they called, a flobbit or something?
Oh, that.
Oh. If you insist.
Definitely love it.
I don't know who these creeps are.
Great. So why do they have you?
They're crazy. They're talking about all this. Oh, sacrifice will bring the Great One back and bring 1,000 years of darkness back to the land or something. Some stupid stuff.
Insight with
Insight
advantage.
Yeah.
Don't have advantage. But 22.
Not even close.
12.
15.
She seems like a straight. She seems like you're not sensing anything deceptive about what she's saying. Like, she seems to think that these people want to make a sacrifice of her to bring back the Lord of Darkness and create 1,000 years of darkness in this land.
Can I do shadow lore on that? Like, would I?
Yeah, you can.
Like, any crazy shit? Not with a 6.
Okay.
Did you see a reasonably tall person come through here that was a little scantily clothed and talked very loud, and he may have said he was the most intelligent and strongest of the people?
Oh, Hopsyn?
Yes. Did you see
Yeah.
him?
Yeah,
Of
he
course
was in
she
here
saw
with
him.
me. He's such a sweetheart. He really is. They took me
Slapping Valley at this point.
They took me up into some weird tower thing last night and had a knife up to my throat, and they woke him up and pointed at me and did that, and he followed so they wouldn't hurt me. He's such a sweetie. And then he was telling me all these amazing stories about some bear guy who can, or a guy who can turn into a bear, and he killed a bunch of orcs at a battle with 5 whole armies. It was crazy. Yeah. Okay.
Valley, do you think you could...
Wait, do you know him?
Yes.
Yeah, he's one of ours.
We've been working with
No way!
Yes.
him years.
Oh, well, any friend of his, you know what I'm saying? He's such a doll. He really is such a doll.
Look how we got New Jersey here. I'm gonna...
Got Harley Quinn.
I bet you're a really horrible roller derby player.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
Yeah, give me a thieves tools check.
Ooh. Only 12.
So you go to pick the lock, and you're feeling around, and you're like, man, this lock feels like it's mostly degraded at this point. And you're really you give a little extra push to try to really get in there, and the door just swings open.
Of course it is.
I was about to kick that bitch.
And I literally like, of course it is. You know, we got this fucking killer bats following behind us.
Yeah.
At least the door.
Speaking of which,
Let's go.
next 2 torches go out.
Jeez.
There are now 2 sets of torches left, and then about 50 feet in between them and where this and the other door are.
We need to go.
So at any point in time when you get more levels, do you get like fireball or fireworks?
Find
Napalm
hey,
vial? I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
Hey. find a magic item that is equipped with fireball that is on the list of approved spells for
Really?
magic items for this game.
I did read like it. It's like we ourselves will not have major magic, but like the DM, storyteller, lore master can give us an item that would simulate a traditional D&D spell.
Interesting.
It might also have
That
consequences.
that silver tray that you didn't end up buying is
keep rubbing it in.
Hero's Feast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tray of Hero's Feast. But
Eventually, I
you
have
didn't
the
know.
ability to speak to your mind, but that's like almost 17th level or whatever.
yeah.
Damn.
All right, yep, the door's open. And right now she's standing up and like holding her arms out as far from the wall as she can with the chain like
So you know
it's a
there's
chain.
large
Yeah.
bats in the hallway. They're very dangerous.
oh, those freaky things?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While he's working on trying to get her out, I'll
Ow.
strike up my torch and try to be back there to, wave it around and make sure I try to stave him off, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So the weird thing is about these bats is that whenever you're looking at them, like maintaining a stare, they seem to stop moving. They seem to freeze.
They're weeping angels.
The times where they've moved.
Awesome!
Yep. The times where no. But for all intents and purposes right now, yes. No, but like they seem to be mostly moving when you're not looking.
I'm gonna just stare them down and wait there until they get ready to
Yep.
book it.
I'll work on her locks.
Yep.
The ghosts.
15.
Yeah, these shackles seem to be part of the original thing, so they're pretty well rusted through. They're strong enough to hold, like, if you tried to pull them away, but the lock mechanism itself, you're like pulling out chunks of rusted iron.
I'm just basically chiseling at this point.
Yeah, and they eventually fall off, and her wrists are bloody from having these shackles on for so long. And she's like, "Great, now, dang it, they took Hopsyn into the other room."
Across the way?
Yeah, I've never been in there, but they kept taking him in and out of there. I don't know what's going on.
I'm probably tired of hearing that he is the strongest and smartest person
Hey,
in the world.
he is, okay?
He's pretty great.
He's so strong, at one point he broke his shackles, and they had to come and tie him up with a rope because the shackles couldn't even hold him.
That sounds about right.
So the rope could hold him. That makes sense.
He's pretty great.
Are you sure you're his friends? I don't know if that's the case.
We tease him because we love him.
Your best friends are the ones that give you the most shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow.
alright, I think we should go.
Yeah.
He should either stay here with the door closed or come with us.
Oh, I'm not leaving Hopsyn behind. Do one of you have a dagger or something I can use?
Damn.
No.
My auntie taught me how to defend myself, okay? It took 5 of these schmucks to bring me in originally.
I sold my old short sword.
I have a dagger.
Thanks, sunshine.
Now you're still thrice bladed.
Oh.
Back to thrice bladed.
I
so
will have that back.
so as you're
Give her the curse dagger.
as you're maintaining eye contact with the bats, you're noticing that, like, the ones you're looking at are staying still, but then the ones on the outskirts will start to move, and then when you look at them, then these ones will. They're moving slowly, but the whole group is starting to make its way further down the hallway towards you.
Getting real dry. Trying to ping pong between all of them.
Have you tried Vicey?
Oh, you just blinked, so now they're right in front of you. No.
It is Doctor Who!
Long John Silver.
Let's go.
Whatever his name was.
We're moving.
The door across, going to the door across the way. All right,
What was your name?
Elna Garrows.
Good to meet you. Fredwick.
Charmed.
She's totally from Jersey.
My name is. We need to get
Hey,
the fuck moving,
Hey,
okay?
Bree is Atlantic City. Okay. No. So yeah.
You don't talk to me that way!
So.
Oh shit! Where's Snooky?
So you go to the other door
Anyway,
and you try it, and it's unlocked.
of course it's not. Because
The
they're
double
not
doors.
thinking that we're gonna do anything.
The doors pull outward
Oh, okay, cool.
to open them.
What do you see?
I'm going in.
I'm keeping these fuckers back.
Not the last two, but 2 torches go out. There's only 1 set left, and they're starting to move more and more.
I'll stay with Darathon.
Get in the room and close the doors now.
Me and the crazy girl will go in.
Are we ready?
That'd be awesome.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, we're.
Yep. So the group steps in.
Bucket.
As they do, last two
Yeah.
torches are out, and the wings are flapping down the hall, and these bats are screaming at the fact that their quarry is now actually getting away. They thought they had more time to sneak up on you, so
Just to do it, I'm gonna chuck my torch at him and just.
Right now.
And I'm gonna fucking dart into the room and try to close the doors.
I
Easy
will
enough.
Hold on to mine.
easy enough. Yep.
Yes.
So you guys get in, you pull the door closed, and the door's very thick. You can faintly hear the scratching and screeching and flapping of wings, but
Glad that's over. For now.
you turn around to find yourself in a room full of people. And by full of people, I mean there's like 7 people in here probably.
is there a bar or anything for the door? Like, or is there a do they have a thing?
No,
anything to bolster it closed?
No, but the door opens outward, so the bats are working against it to try to get in. So you probably have time before they get in.
Gotcha.
Hello.
Oh, hey guys. As you notice, one of the people is Hopsyn. He is this room looks like it was once a sort of underground military training area. There's an old, long dead forge off to the side. The bow and arrow targets, everything is all rotted and on the ground. And there has been a makeshift stage that has been built in this big area. And up on top of it is Hopsyn and a bald-headed man holding a jagged dagger in his hand. And there are 5 people standing around him in similar armaments to what you guys, the 2 guys you guys fought before.
Okay.
You realize you might have miscounted the number of bunk beds that were being used. So 7 instead of 5, but in the grand scheme of things, not too bad.
Or 2 people were sharing with 2 other people.
9 because we took out a couple.
Yeah, so...
Well, one of the 8, because one of the 7 people is Hopsyn.
Oh.
And he was in the prison cell.
Okay.
The bald man up on the stage just looks down at all of you and just says, "Oh, are Hopsyn's little friends here to save him?"
Is that dagger looking like it's about to go into him?
It looks like that's the end, like where it's gonna end up, but this guy seems very fascinated with this change in developments.
Webs of deceit.
Throwing
arrows out
14.
by the bow, and I just say
14?
Yeah. Nah.
Then get it.
I got my hand on my friend.
If you drive that
Yeah.
anywhere near
Right now, come on, I'm ready.
Shut up.
this arrow will go through your hand. It's best you let him go.
Well, if that were up to me, I certainly would.
It's your hand. It's your dagger.
And yet, your friend's blood belongs to my master.
Nope.
Belongs to no one but himself.
If you have a problem with that, you may feel free to take it up with my master.
Where is your master?
With that, he had a torch in one hand.
Mm-hmm.
He tosses it behind him, and it lands on a big brush pile behind the stage that you didn't see before.
Mm-hmm.
And in the light of this brush pile, you see a 10-foot long bat hanging upside down from the ceiling.
Hopsyn, you gonna talk this one out of it?
I had no idea he was there, guys. I swear.
Damn it.
I'm
gonna let the arrow go.
As he says that, the guard who is standing behind him, who hasn't been really doing anything, goes silence and punches him, knocking Hopsyn down onto the stage, unconscious.
Yeah.
Throwing my dagger at that dick.
Yeah.
So roll an attack to hit this guy's hand.
Okay.
And everybody roll initiative. You two are getting the surprise round because you had your... Did you have an attack ready as well? Did you have your bow out or anything? Because you had a torch. Okay. Yeah, you two get a surprise round, and then initiative will kick in.
5.
So dirty 20 to hit and 17 for initiative. I rolled 2 15s.
I got a natural 1.
Okay.
Oh.
I got a natural 20 and a natural 1 for my initiatives so far today.
What did you get?
For initiative or to hit?
Initiative.
17.
Okay. Volley, what'd you get for initiative?
24.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20.
All right. So to hit, you rolled. Remind
Dirty
me
20.
again. Dirty 20. Yeah. Yeah. The arrow goes straight through his hand. Yeah, that's fine. The arrow goes straight through his hand, and you can tell that you hit this tendon right here
Fantastic.
because his whole hand just goes limp.
Yes.
Dropping the dagger onto the ground as he goes ah, and yells out in pain. You're throwing the dagger at the
Guard that just popped up.
the guard.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yep. What did you roll to hit yet?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I was waiting.
And are these servants of the enemy?
Yes.
Then
Oh.
that is 7 damage to him.
Yep.
And I do have extra attack, so I can take another shot with my bow.
21.
21. It hits and do sneak attack damage as well since this is a surprise round.
Okay.
22 for the second shot. Fuck yeah.
22 damage.
Yep. So
My 2 attacks at 17 altogether.
as soon as he strikes your friend and knocks him unconscious, it's time. And as you pull the dagger out and throw it, you just hear yes, 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 yes.
I'm like,
The dagger flies true, and you were aiming for the neck again.
oh yeah.
At the last minute, the dagger moves and gets right behind the eye socket,
Oh God.
Yeah, buddy!
leaving the guard just in a state, man. He's still standing there. He's still holding his sword in his hand, but he is just so shocked. He's just frozen. He turned like with an angry look on his face, and then he's still standing, but like you hit something.
Just fucking...
I hit the reset button apparently. Like, pause.
Did you know you could lobotomize somebody from the side? Because
Nope.
All right. So then we are going to initiative, and Volley, you're at the top of initiative.
Jesus
Lord.
Christ.
Yeah, 22 and 17 damage.
Hi.
We did
39.
stuff.
Yeah.
But on two different guys.
Two different dudes.
Yeah, it's two different
I
dudes.
was like,
I got my sneak attack bonus because of the sneak attack round or the surprise round.
I'm sorry, just a sec. You shot a second arrow.
Because I have extra attack.
Yeah. What was the what?
Buddy.
What you rolled a hit?
I rolled a 22.
Yeah. So that hit. And how much damage was it again?
10. So it
10.
was 17 altogether.
17 total. Okay.
I
Got
rolled
it.
a 7 for the first strike, and then I rolled max damage for the second one.
All right. Volley, back. You're at the top of the order.
That whole time I was
Holy shit! Pulling out dagger number 2, going after him because I'm not gonna pull my friend yet. I want it to stay in there so he can just kind of have.
Okay.
He's driving me a little crazy, so I'm just like, I'm just gonna let him stay in there for a little while until I need him.
All right.
Because I know I won't get sneak attack on this.
So you're throwing at a different guy or
No,
same
same guy.
Same guy. Okay. Yep.
No, he's going to
6 guys.
have.
He's gonna pay for hitting your
Oh,
buddy.
fuck yeah, he is.
Fair.
It's Hopsyn.
This guy's going to be a porcupine.
17.
Yeah, that hits.
6 damage.
All right. This one, you're aiming for the neck. That's
Yeah.
in your time you found that to be the best place.
Yeah, I mean,
This time though, since it's not a magical dagger and you are pissed,
oh yeah.
your throw's a little off and it gets him right here, like right at the shoulder.
It's fun for me. Make sure there's
In your head, you're hearing, "No, come on, bring me back. I'm ready to go again. Come on, I'm ready to go. Come on, come on."
He talked me this far away. God.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
Yeah. You have
Now, if
the-
you ever want me to
fucking
rage
knife.
quit, yeah, let's do that one. Truth be told, I can't get through Zelda.
Dude, Ocarina of Time, man. That's where I learned patience between Navi and the Water Temple.
God.
Fucking Water Temple.
Dude, come on, bring me back. I'm ready. I'm ready. Throw me again.
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna bonus action dash.
Okay.
Well, I've got my. I have my movement. I'll move and then bonus action dash, so I'm like right there.
Right up on the stage.
Yeah.
Yep. With between your movement and bonus action, you
I'll
get
have
there.
Third dagger in hand.
Yep.
Then...
All right. So next is next are the bad guys.
Oof.
So
Rolled higher than I did.
Yeah, you know.
First of all, the leader, the bald guy. The bat, the big bat, is still has his head tucked under his wing and is just hanging upside down. This guy starts chanting loudly, not in any strange language or anything, and honestly, it sounds kind of juvenile, but it's basically him like,
"Hey, Batty, please wake up! I want you to eat these guys up."
Yep.
Hey, Batty.
Yep.
Hey, Batty.
That's basically it.
Yeah. You said juvenile, and for whatever reason I went right to Mickey.
Hi, buddy Rick.
So he starts to do that, but his hand is just twitching and convulsing, and he's got an arrow in it. So he's like, "Master, please arise and be these intruders' demise." Like, it's not. He's not. His heart isn't in it.
He's got 2 arrows in him.
Yeah. The one who's been peppered with daggers, he is standing there and he's just reaches his hand up and pulls your dagger out of him and is just looking at it. And that's his turn. Then
I know what I'm doing next.
Then we have so there were 4 of them on the ground level.
Oh shit! I went around all those guys to get to the stage. Okay, cool.
2 up, and then
there's rubble and stuff. You were able to kind of parkour your way up. It wasn't anything difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I got +7 to my acrobatics. I mean, I'm going to get there.
So, 2 of them are gonna charge at you, Darathon, and they're holding. All 4 of them are holding maces, like just one-handed cudgels, and they're charging up, and they're gonna charge up and attack you. Does a 23 hit?
Oh yeah.
Oh, friend.
Yeah, that does.
For 8 damage.
Okay.
All right. The other guy. So they both charge up. One of them swings and hits you. The other one comes up and starts to swing, but his buddy's arm is kind of in the way, so he like kind of stops and
Just get around it.
he's trying to shimmy around and get a good attack. The other guy just charged up and wailed on you. The other 2, one of them is charging at you, Fredwick.
Oh no.
Does a crit hit?
yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch.
For 14 damage.
Hey.
Yep. Yeah. And another one is going to charge at Elna. And is going to just try to grapple her.
Can I get in the way?
No, you just got hit. Okay. Oh, so Elna had mentioned something to you guys about how her auntie had trained her. And so in a weird sort of kung fu looking moment, this guy charges in to grab her, like going in for like a bear hug. No, she just sidesteps, plants her foot, and uses his momentum to trip him.
Nice.
Then it is Elna's turn.
She
so
related to you?
She might be a cousin. I don't know.
it is her turn next. So now that she has a guy down, she's gonna bring your dagger down
She's got
and
mafia
stab
energy
him.
in the girl.
Somehow.
She's probably a cousin.
Well, don't speak too soon, because she in the momentum of like bringing this guy down, she brings her dagger around and just whiffs, just absolutely misses. It would have been a really epic moment, but with it, yeah, the whole thing just didn't work. The choreography didn't work.
She was trained by my mom. It's okay. Obviously, my mom has a sister that doesn't know what the fuck she's doing.
Darathon, it is now your turn.
Lord.
Well, I've got two guys trying to cudgel me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna swap out bow sword. So I'll just, if it's okay to do that, cool. If not, I'll just flat out drop the bow and grab my sword.
Yeah, you don't have time to switch, but dropping your bow, just letting gravity take care of that, drawing your sword.
Yeah,
is doable.
These guys are a bit much. I need as much help as I can get. So sword, I'll go ahead and make a slash at the first one.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Let's see what I got. 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Sweet. Now for damage, I get a decent amount here. That's only a 2 plus 4 plus. Hold on. 2 plus. That's okay. 10 damage.
10 damage?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you drop your bow and draw your sword so quickly that he feels like he blinked and he missed it. Like he didn't expect you to just drop your bow. He thought he had time while you put it, but you got him by surprise. Draw your sword, swing at him, and you hit him like right here along his shoulder. His mail is so untaken care of though that you cut through some of the chains. Yeah.
Awesome.
And you catch him in his neck here. And to which he's like, oh yikes, didn't see that coming.
Extra attack.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll take that and kind of like come back and try to thrust it.
Sure.
See if I can get it. That's 18 plus 25.
Hits.
Sweet. Again, another 10 damage into his gut.
Yeah. You bring it back and just go immediately into a stab. And again, the chainmail isn't very well taken care of, so you're able to split some of the chains and just get straight into him. He's still conscious, like he's still up, but like this did not go how he anticipated. This whole day, none of them are having the day they thought they would have.
Good.
Not well for you, sir.
I did not have this on my itinerary.
All right,
Yeah.
and then Fredwick.
Shit. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna draw.
You just watched your two friends that have been like relatively peaceful.
Yeah.
Just went.
Well, and he just got wrecked.
You got wrecked yourself.
Personally.
I'm going, because I'm engaged with somebody, I'm going to draw my short sword now and brace it against my shoulder and just run through his legs so that it slams against his thigh
Go for it.
and attack. 25.
Hits.
Jesus Christ, deadly.
I rolled an 18.
He's like.
Right in the deep parts of the thigh.
5.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to do
Yeah.
exactly what you said you did. You got a good solid slice on the inside of his leg.
Okay. And I'm on the other side of him now.
Yep.
How far is it from him to the stage?
From the doorway where you guys were up to the stage is about 60 feet.
Okay.
It's a good ways down. It looks like this room was kind of set up for a much bigger audience than what they have.
Damn it. Let me say, fuck you, dick! And run another 25 feet. Just for...
However,
and
when you said
I'll
Lord
take
of
it.
Rings speaks.
And you'll what?
Take it, the attack of opportunity, which I'm assuming.
Yes. Does a 13 hit?
No, it does not.
Then you're good. All right.
Run through his legs.
Volley, we're back to you.
Since I've got a guy who like is enjoying looking at my dagger, I just look at him. I've got my third one out. And I'm just like, here, let me look at it. Here, let me help you see it closer. And I hit his hand to try to knock it into his own. If I can. If not, I'll just...
It'll be a dexterity-based attack.
They're all dexterity-based attacks.
Well...
Oh, so close. Only a 9.
Yeah, no, you go to hit it toward him, and you're like trying to hit it up into his face, and his head like jerks to the side, and you hear in your head, "Nuh-uh, dude, he's mine. Come on, take me out, throw me at him again. I've got this. That dagger doesn't get to have all the fun."
You are part of a team. Acting like a fucking selfish baby.
And as part of the team, I'm the most important. Let me kill this guy.
This guy's awesome.
Yeah, sure he is. Not your head.
As team leader, I say I get to kill him.
Until you can throw yourself. I'm team leader, and I will.
Yeah, what's your next thing?
Oh God, I'm right there. I really can't. I don't have a second strike. I'll bonus action disengage just so that I can kind of step away. So he has to step into me to come at me. So
yeah,
you can't like bonus action like a 2-weapon to do a dagger and not have modifier.
I mean, I could.
You could if you wanted to.
You
don't have to.
No, I need to try to hit him. So,
but that's my Shino move.
That's a 10. No, that's a 12.
You're trying to stab him with a dagger again?
Just plain stab. Bonus action stab with the dagger. I won't disengage.
Yeah. So...
I'll lunge forward with the dagger in my hand.
Lunging forward with the dagger in your hand. You go to stab him, and his head jerks to the side, and it moves his whole body with him. And in your head, you hear, "No, he's mine! Just take me out of his head and throw me at him so I can kill him."
This guy.
All right. Yep.
Like
so the leader, chanting guy, is starting to get his stride with his. He seems to be almost meditating, just ignoring the pain, focusing on trying to wake up this big bat. And the chanting is getting louder and louder, and he's almost yelling at this point, trying to get the bat's attention. He then stops for a second, slowly turns his head toward the door.
I'm speaking the wrong language.
Well, he turns his head toward the door, and he shouts to his goons, "They're awake! Open the door!"
Good thing I'm in the front of the door blocking it.
2 of you are.
Well, he moved, didn't he?
I ran.
Yeah.
Elna. Elna's still in
Ah!
front of the door.
Back to back, baby. Let's go.
All right. So the guy with the dagger in his head.
Did you guys attack the leader?
He shot an arrow at him.
I shot two
arrows.
At the leader.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that was trying to stab him, I shot him in the hand twice.
So the guy with the dagger in his head and one in his hand is looking at the dagger, then just falls over, dead. The one who you hit you and then you just hit swings at you.
Mm-hmm.
He just died?
No. The one who his talking dagger was in just died. Does an 18 hit.
Yeah.
I was like, if some guy just randomly dies, that's a bad sign.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Right.
4 damage.
Yep.
Not a good thing.
No.
12 damage.
The other cudgel guy over there gets around, swings at you. 17 hit.
Right on.
Okay.
Yep.
And he hits you for 5 damage.
17. Gotcha.
All right, and then there is the one who, there's the one who Fredwick hit.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to move.
Did he hit a different guy from who I hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because the 2 guys charged at you. 1 guy charged at him. 1 guy charged at Elna. He hit the one who charged at him.
Gotcha.
Yes.
That makes sense.
So, he is going to move past you and Elna to try to open the doors. So, opportunity attacks for you and her.
Get it.
No food.
I can opportunity attack him. There's no way to, like, opportunity grapple him, can I?
That can be your opportunity attack.
So athletics versus whatever. No.
You lob off his head. I'm
Athletics
sorry.
versus athletics.
He hasn't been hurt enough, though.
I know.
I
That's
hit
what I'm
him
afraid of.
Fredwick hit him.
for 5.
For 5 damage. I've already hit the dude in front of me for, like, 20, and he hasn't dropped yet.
That's the leader, though.
No, that's the guy right next to me. I've hit him for 20 damage, and he hasn't dropped yet. So, that's what I'm trying to...
That's true. Fucking level 5.
I was gonna say you're assuming all these guys have the same number of hit points as well.
This is all true.
Yeah,
I like to spruce things up. Be like, oh, this is the big guy. This is the other guy. You know,
21, 19.
mix it up a little bit.
5.
77. Just
Yeah.
throw it in there.
213.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll just...
It's
I'll
a
just
goblin.
I'll take a
Random
slash at him.
disguise Baylor.
Okay.
Yeah,
If she's trying to hit me, I'm just gonna try to...
Well, he's not trying to hit you. He's moving past you.
Yes.
Elna hit him.
Sorry. 17.
Hits.
Sweet.
Alright. And 10 damage. Where's... There it is. Roll higher than a 2. That is higher than 2. That'll be 4 plus 8 is 12 damage.
All right. So he tries to push his way past you and Elna. You bring your sword up and you hit him. You hit him like in the neck, and your sword goes into his neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see a dagger come around the other side and cut and finish the cut. And his head just falls back.
That's
The
fucking
dagger
metal.
being held by Elna.
Yes, please.
The one is gonna try to grapple her again and miss. This guy
Killing with me.
shouldn't. So the guy who keeps trying to grapple Elna, he should not pursue a career in
Hugging.
football, tackling, anything. So he's gonna miss big time again. This time she does the cut. She hears this guy coming huffing up behind her, and she's just gonna like step back, and he's just gonna blow right past her. Not far enough to do an opportunity attack, but he missed. So then Elna is up, and she's gonna try to stab him and miss. So then we're to Darathon.
At least the one guy got dropped.
The 2 guys who have been attacking you are both still up.
Right. I'm gonna go after the one that I've hit. What?
A couple times, yeah.
A few times now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to give him a good slash again.
Okay.
And 17.
Hits.
Cool.
Dead.
That's 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
You.
I'll just go ahead. Since I had him like this, I'll just finish it to go ahead and get another shot at his neck.
Yeah. And another guy's decapitated.
Yes.
Easy enough. All right.
attack?
Extra attack. Yeah.
Yes.
Who you hitting this time?
There's still that guy.
There's still the guy who you haven't hit yet, and the guy who's trying to grab Elna.
He's grabbing her. Right?
He's trying to. He keeps missing.
He does well.
That guy's at the door, though, right?
No, we're
All
I
of
think
them
we're
are
both
right
kinda-
by the door.
We're like her and I are like right here, and they're like right here. So they're both trying to get past us, kind of do the door.
Okay.
The guy that's distracted trying to go in and grab her, since I'm bodying the one in front of me, I'm gonna go ahead and just try to take a quick slash at him.
Okay.
See if I
Roll to
can.
hit.
26.
Hits.
That was a 19.
Dear baby Jesus.
I have a +7.
Level 5. Gotta love it.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, you do.
It's a 14 damage.
Yeah, he's just coming off of like trying to charge forward and grab her and misses. As he turns around, you swing at him and just take a nice big gash out of his arm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just have the shield up ready for the guy coming.
Yep.
Because as they're trying to push by, I'm gonna try to like keep bodying them so they can't open the door.
Right. Fredwick.
Can I make it to Hopsyn?
You're gonna be
in a movement.
You're gonna be 10 feet short.
Okay, then
He's always short.
Yeah.
and it's true.
You know it's true.
But then I will go my full movement towards Hopsyn.
Yep. So you're 10 feet from the stage.
And then stop short, switch to my bow, switch over, look at the like leader dude.
Yep. All right, roll the hit.
Do it.
Probably not. 11.
Misses.
Yeah.
Yep. Your heart stops beating for a second because you shoot and you miss, and the arrow is flying towards the bat. But you miss.
Oh.
You miss the big bat as well. Like I said, your heart stopped for a second, but you got there.
And yeah,
Is
that's it.
All right. Yeah, so we are back to volley.
All right. I will bonus action have my friend come back to my hand.
Yep.
1 damage.
All right.
I will take it. And then,
All right, now we're talking.
and
All
then
right, throw me.
immediately throw it at the leader.
Yep. Roll the hit.
We love the leader.
Yeah, we do. How's a dirty 20 sound?
Sounds like you hit him.
I rolled a 1. 5 damage.
All right. Yeah, your little buddy. He's flying again at the neck. That's where it's always headed. But then like the tip of it goes off and just slices the tip of his ear off.
I'm just like, really? Like in my head, like, really? That's what you do?
This is what happens when you don't listen to the group leader.
You're gonna be put in a box. I will go ahead and close the distance.
Mm-hmm.
I still have a dagger left. I'm gonna plunge or go for a plunge.
Do you have a second attack?
The bonus action. Because I still haven't moved. Oh, no, I don't.
You did the bonus action to get the dagger back.
Mind.
Okay.
I will close
I was
the
just making
distance
sure.
with him because,
Yeah.
because fuck him.
Yep. All right.
Fuck that leader.
With the leader?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now we're back, and the first of all, the leader sees you charge forward, and he's going to turn toward you, hold his arm like this, where the arrow is sticking out, and try to charge and stab you with it, and fail miserably.
I was like,
It was his best attack at this moment. His
I was
dagger's
like-
on the ground. Just body check.
and there you go.
He's then going to move to the back of the stage.
So he's leaving me?
Well, the stage isn't very big.
Okay.
So it's not opportunity attack distance, but he's back at the back of the stage standing between you guys and the bat.
I will feed you to your bat.
Don't give him the idea.
So then you're going to get attacked by the guy
Kill your bat.
right in front of you.
Yes.
18 hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I have an AC of 17 right
Yeah, these guys are rolling lucky.
With the shield?
Oh,
AC
4.
17 with the shield altogether.
4 damage.
Yeah, I'm at 21.
Okay.
21 damage. 20.
Let me know.
Dead.
I was going for
Okay.
Darathon, or I was going for Hopsyn, but let me know.
If I can take out the guy in front of me, I think the two of us on one.
There's only two with you right now?
You
There's
hear
only two of us, right?
you hear the guy who's been trying to grab Elna just yell, "You little brat!" Grab his cudgel and just full on swing at her head. He's going full T-ball right now, trying to clean her clock.
Oh dear baby Jesus. That's horrible.
She may not be good at attacking, but this girl can dodge.
Yes!
Dive,
That's what we like.
duck, dip,
Dodge,
and
duck,
dive.
dip, dive, and
I was about
dodge.
to ask a DM question because I'm not sure. Sometimes some DMs allow to do disadvantage with the shield, but I know that that's a mechanic strictly in D&D
Yeah.
for fighters and protectors.
Yeah.
Except your reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he goes for the swing and she sees it coming and gives him a little smile before just ducking down underneath the swing. So then she is going to try to stab him. She's good at dodging. She sucks at hitting though. She is There. She's like a cloud of vapor. You can't hit it, but it can't hit you either.
She's in gaseous form.
There you go.
I'm fine with that.
Darathon.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the opposite.
I know the dude in front of me just keeps hacking away, and it sucks, but I'm going to go after the guy that's in front of her, because he's a sucker for kids. Oh!
Not how I would have worded it.
That's
but,
not how I would have worded it. I'm glad you went there with me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He just has a thing for kids.
That's only an 11.
Yep, you're gonna miss.
Yep. Take the extra attack on there.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I miss on both.
All right.
That's a nat 1.
Ugh.
Okay.
She's good at dodging bad guys, but allies.
So you go for the swing and you miss.
Yeah.
He sees you're going for the stab, and he ducks to the side and brings his arm down on your sword.
Damn.
So you're gonna need to strength check it away. Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking sauce.
Fredwick.
Can I make it to Hopsyn?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna run up to Hopsyn
10 feet from him.
and Hands of the Healer.
Okay. Which heals him for a certain amount.
Heals him for... not great, not terrible.
Real quick, I'm going to go
More
on
than
the
one?
Side.
Okay.
9.
9?
9 health.
D8 plus wisdom. Yep. Yeah.
2d8 because of healer.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so you Hands of the Healer him, and he's breathing just fine. He's not near death or anything. He's just unconscious.
Okay.
Does that bring him conscious though?
Well,
He's
know
not
how,
unconscious because of damage. He's unconscious because he got
yeah.
the fuck out.
You know how when you wake up halfway through your REM cycle and it's
What?
you're not really awake, but technically you're looking around and there's stuff going on. He's there.
Can I use the remainder of my remainder of my turn to be like, we're in a fight. Come on,
wake up, buddy.
Come on,
Come on.
we need you. We
Yep.
need you.
Yeah, so by the end of your turn, he's less glassy-eyed, kind of starting to look around and see what's going on a little bit. Still not fully cognizant. Also, still just sitting there in his underwear.
Yes.
So, doesn't really have much to fight with at this point, but he's starting to come around and get a grasp on what's going on.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So then we're back to volley.
Yeah, so I will close the distance with the cult leader. Gonna go in for a stab.
Okay.
19.
Hits.
I'm going for a gut shot.
Mm-hmm.
Max damage of 8 damage.
Okay.
I will call back my dagger.
Yep. Taking how much?
3 this time.
Okay.
So he's getting there. And bonus action, shoving that into him.
Yep.
Not throwing, just going straight shove.
Yep. Your bonus action was calling your dagger back.
God damn it! I keep
Sorry.
forgetting that's a bonus action, not a free action.
I'm kind of forgetting that as well.
Yep. Nope, that's absolutely right. But now it's in my hand at least.
Yeah.
It means I can. Yeah.
You stab this guy in the gut, and he looks at you and says, "Now let's see what you make of my master," before stepping backward off of it into the burning pile of stuff.
He sacrificed himself?
I was going to do that eventually. God.
An immediate smell of burning meat fills the air as the giant wings of the bat start to stir.
Oh. Damn it. Yeah.
I woke up Hopsyn.
Yeah, that's good.
I might need some healing here a little bit.
I'm coming back.
13 doesn't hit.
Nope.
So the guy who's been trying to kill Elna just swings as hard as he can at her. So hard that his mace flies out of his hand and
Oh.
clatters against the wall.
It's because he's
Got level 1!
trying to hold on to my sword at the same time.
You got level 1. That's what you get.
Wait a second.
Oh no.
Leaving him wide open for her to grab that dagger with both hands and just straight in his gut,
Good work.
knocking him to the ground dead.
Do I get to keep my sword?
Well, we gotta.
Do you get to
Yes,
keep
party
your
member.
sword?
Yeah, because you said it was like
At least
in his
temporary.
arm, like he was trying to like hold it.
Yes. Yeah.
So my sword
He's
stays-
yeah. No, he's. So the reason that the mace flew out of his hand was he was trying to hold on to that and swing with this hand, and just whoop, flew out of his hand, and leaving him open to right between the ribs.
Good work, girl.
All right, so there is one bad guy still alive, the one that has been attacking Darathon. Wait, Fredwick,
Yep.
you're up.
Now I'm on the stage.
Mhm.
So can I jump off the stage and run to Darathon in a single action?
No,
A single move?
no, he's still by the door. That's 60 feet away.
Why are you so far away?
You ran that far away.
It'd be yeah.
You,
Movement-
with a dash,
movement
it's still
and
only
dash.
50.
Movement and dash. You're 10 feet away.
Next turn is fine.
We've got a bigger bat to fry.
I don't think they're gonna
I
do
think the
20
bat's
damage
awake
in one hit.
now, so
It's waking.
run to the edge of the stage,
Yep.
shoot the guy that's on them
Yep.
with an arrow.
Roll to hit.
Yeah. 24.
Hits.
Nice.
Yep, hits.
Makes up for my crap for
Yeah.
festivals.
6. 10.
So this guy had a iron breastplate on, but apparently nothing underneath it, because you shoot him in the back and it just straight in,
Oh!
dropping him to the ground dead.
Yay!
Yeah.
And now we have a bat.
This guy was a glass cannon.
I just couldn't say.
I specifically decided this guy was going to be a glass cannon.
Nice.
Because he's been wailing on you, but dead.
Very nice.
All right,
Then
Thank you.
Use the rest of my movement to
you're out of combat.
jump off. Oh, out of combat. Run to them as fast as I can.
Running
you
over
run.
to Hopsyn, pulling him off the stage in case
Yep.
this bat wakes up.
Yep,
And hands of the healer on Darathon as fast as I can.
do it.
Oh shit! Yeah. All right. That is.
Got a couple
Is that
good
a
hits.
6? That's a 6. That's 17 healing.
Holy shit! I am back down to only 4 damage taken.
Woo! All right, yeah. So
He's just gonna fucking say, "Thank you."
you guys are. You
Look
got.
down.
Hands of the healing. Smash
I'm gonna
the fuck out.
slap the damage out of you.
So you guys are huddled by the door. The flapping, scratching, and screeching outside the door is still very much a thing, but all the enemies in this room are dead,
Except for a big fucking bat.
except for a big bat. Which, looking at it, it's moving a little more than it was, but doesn't seem to have taken any notice of you guys yet.
Is Elna?
Elna is right by the door.
Elna.
Yeah, after
damaged.
she is not. She was
Okay.
dive, dip, dodge, and diving.
Okay.
Dip,
Dodge,
dip,
dodge, dip, dive, and
She
dodging.
was dive
Deer,
tank or dodge tank for this for sure.
Yeah,
If I can, then I would run back to Hopsyn.
he dragged Hopsyn back
You
to the
see,
door.
like, hand wounds.
Okay.
It's fine.
Are you sure?
You can wait till we get somewhere safer.
Then I would run back to Hopsyn and give him another
Okay.
hand of the healing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm picking up
Yo.
daggers.
That is 16.
Okay. Yeah. And clear. Oh, he's up. He's up now. He's up and he's looking at you guys and he's like, "Hey guys, what'd I miss?"
Everything.
I would like to, since it's flamed and I'm not distracted anymore, get a finer look at the bat.
It's a big old bat.
I'm gonna use my Rumor of the Earth
Okay.
and see if I can go ahead and get my check.
I know. I want
I-
to pet you too. Just give me a second.
He's like, "Oh, you don't."
Trust me, I miss it more than you do.
I want to say, I want to make sure that this bat isn't gonna get up and start fucking around with us.
I'm gonna try to put out the fire. I got the water skin. I'll put a little water on it.
I essentially with this, I have to make a DC 15 survival ability check. You must give me a useful piece of information about the quarry,
Quarry you're hunting or place you are seeking.
which is that guy.
You're hunting him?
Currently,
Come on,
because
give it to us, dude.
if he's going to move or attack, I'm gonna fucking kill it. And if I get a 25 or higher, the information gleaned may very well seem near miraculous to others.
All right. As you look up at him and get ready to try to zero in on this creature you are hunting,
Mm-hmm.
you see it looking right back at you with large inflamed red eyes.
In the same way.
And you didn't know bats could smile until just now. As he looks at you all and says, "Well, what have we here?" And that is where we'll end session for today.
I wondered.
Yes, we're coming up on 6 and wanted
That was a 21.
you use your Rumor of the Earth to determine it is awake.
Oh, lovely.
Seems miraculous to your teammates. But yeah, that
Awesome. It
is
talks.
that is where we're gonna end today's session. Hey, those aren't food. Those aren't food. Don't eat those.
Hey,
I dropped dice,
Hey.
and I don't want him to
Starkey.
choke because they're big.
I don't think he'll eat him.
All right. Oh, okay. Well, thank you all for playing Adventures in Middle Earth. Thank you all for tuning in.
That was fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I will determine XP since we're going off book right now. I'll determine XP this week and send you guys another message.
Beautiful.
For those of you who tuned in, we thank you very much. Hope you had a good time watching. Next week we'll be back with Cast It Away. Then the week after that is an off week, so you will not be seeing Adventures in Middle Earth for 4 weeks, 3 weeks,
We'll talk
70
about it.
70 weeks.
There'll be weeks. There'll be weeks.
Yep.
Check our socials. We're on Facebook. We are on the Twitters. We're currently working on Instagram.
Yep.
Hell, we might even do a TikTok or two. I don't know. But
Why not?
Probably not.
I said, why not?
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
I've tried to do them. They're rough.
Yeah.
But, yeah, next week I'll be at the helm. And bravo, John. It was fun.
Yeah. Yep. We'll see you guys next time on Theater Geeks, Dweebs, and Weirdos.
Peace!
War.
Thank you.